Alrighty, let's just get started, and we'll do our introductions through Series Station, and we can kind of talk about some of the runs. So count down with me. We'll start at go. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck, Oats.
Thank you.
You got
thank
this,
you.
brother.
So real quick, we can do our introductions. Charles is a fantastic, wonderful speedrunner, Super Metroid. Really good Melee player as well. So Charles here, SM
Thank
Charles.
you, Oats.
We have Emmett, a future world record holder for Lion King, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
that's going to be fun to see that. Also very, very good Super Metroid speedrunner. And then we have Keku, who just did that fantastic Dread run. So
Hello.
some great commentary. As you can see, starting off, there's a skull to the left. That is my death counter. So as long as that stays blank, I will not have died. I am going to die in this run, though. I want to make that very clear. I will more than likely not do a deathless run. We'll see. You can also see Samus is red, just a little change that they did in the ROM hack. So right off the top, we're going to have a reduced timer. If I die here, I'm going to reset, and we're going to count down from 5 and pretend it didn't happen. So I have a short amount of time to get out of Series Station.
Right, in a normal run, this timer, if it were to say 44 at the end or less, for this, he would be dead. So he has to beat like a 44 or better if you're running on the, vanilla cart.
Oh, God, no.
Oh, there you go. All right.
Nice.
Whew, all right, we're out of there.
First hurdle clear.
Yeah, you can't really miss any ledge grabs there, or else you're in trouble. I'm surprised it didn't
Yeah.
get steamed. But so this is Kaizo SM. Kaizo is kind of, people recognize it from Mario mainly. But this is kind of its iteration. It's a very interesting ROM hack, we'll say. Created years ago. It's actually impossible. It was redone by Leorin, a really great hacker in the community, and he redid it to where we can actually complete the game. Did some really nice quality of life changes, like instant respawns, stuff like that.
Right. For the instant respawns, though, you still will need to go to a save station, right?
Right. It will
Right.
put you back instantly to the last save. So you don't see the whole death animation. It's a little bit quicker.
Now, because this ROM hack is so difficult, there aren't many people who've done it. I haven't done it myself, either Charles, and I don't know if Keku has.
No, I have not.
Probably like 3 people have done this in the world, so...
And only one run has ever been completed deathless.
Right,
Yeah.
and that
Yeah.
is by Oatsngoats.
Right.
Yeah, it was about, I started doing this after the Impossible run, and it took me quite a while, but I did get one deathless run.
All right, so during here, these spikes are oddly deceiving. Their hitboxes are a lot bigger than they seem. You'll see them doing these wide wall jumps around these. And there's also another mechanic in this game called wall jump check. And if he turns at a certain moment too close to the spike, his hitbox will extend, he'll hit the spike, and then he's dead. Well, the spikes take 2 hits to kill him, but if he takes it too early, then, he's done.
Right.
But we're keeping that death counter blank, so we're good.
No, we're not. No expectations. It'll make it easier. Let me die a couple times.
Right. Yeah, so there's obviously it's Kaizo. If you guys are familiar with Super Mario World Kaizo, nothing wrong with dying in a Kaizo.
Thank you.
It's gonna happen. So, no worries.
A moment ago, Oats actually passed up what looked like an item. This ROM hack is filled with
Yeah.
deceiving items.
Right. And if you grab those deceiving items,
Such
you
as this one.
die.
Yes.
So here you go. He has to dodge the spikes again. He has to be careful. And again, if you're not familiar with Super Metroid, even these wall jumps are pretty difficult. In most games, you'd think you just press away and jump, and you're good. But this one, you have to press away, wait a couple frames as Samus is kind of kicking off the wall, then hit jump.
Right.
It's very easy to mess those up and break, which adds to the difficulty of this Kaizo.
Yep, so just on our way back up, and it's a little bit different on the way up than it was on the way down. A little bit tighter wall jumps and stuff we have to perform.
Yeah. Nice. You see, even those little things, it doesn't look too bad, but even that's like kind of stressful.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm closing my eyes on half of this. So.
Yeah, I know I'm a bit stunned. Audience, is this looking terrifying to you too? It's not just me, right?
Yes.
If you're wondering why we silent and clam up, it's because we're scared. Like
Yeah.
we're
Yes.
watching it.
Definitely.
Okay. Woo, nice recovery there.
That was good.
Yeah, good movement.
So some of the later Metroid games, they added a technique called respin. So you could be doing a spin jump like Oats is doing right now, and then
Right.
you could break spin and then start spinning again.
As Keku showed,
Yeah,
you know,
it's
amazingly in
frequently
his run.
used in Dread, I think. Yeah. That is not the case in this game. So wall jumps can be particularly punishing.
Right.
You cannot do an accidental up or down input on the controller.
Exactly.
A lot of these items, like they were saying, if they're not blinking, you don't want to touch them. They'll probably
Right.
end up killing you. It's a very cruel game.
The items
I'm
are
going
lava.
to do a quick save here. There's a tough portion on the top left of this room that if I'm in the acid for more than, I think it's like 40, 50 frames, I'll die. So I have to navigate in such a way to kind of change waver positions, destroy blocks, so I can mock ball quickly through the room. So it's a little bit tricky.
Yeah.
Oh, and I guess one thing we have to say, I think it comes up every time Super Metroid is demonstrated, but you'll see Oats moving Samus's arm cannon up and down. That's called arm pumping, which is sort of it's a very, I guess, small technique in the scheme of things, but you advance Samus forward 1 pixel each time you do that.
Right.
So you'll frequently see him spamming like R and L on the controller.
Right.
We're here to spot.
Enemies in this game are one-hit kill, so I cannot touch any of these things.
Nice.
Nice.
Oof,
And
nice.
nice.
Man. Yeah.
So you have to get the mock ball here, otherwise you're not gonna get through.
Oh yeah, and so mock ball, as Keku said, it's just a technique that allows you to retain your fast movement speed, but in morph ball form.
Right.
If he doesn't do that there, then he would just fall right through the blocks. Another even little technique there, he does a little fast fall through the crumble blocks by hitting left or right or any directional button as he hits the blocks. Again, we got some one-shot killers here.
Right.
Yep.
If that little frog-looking thing grabs up to him, so I'm not good with the names on the enemies, even though I've been running the game for 4 years. Like that spiky frog crab to me, I don't know. But yeah, that frog doesn't actually one-shot kill, but it will latch on and start doing tons of damage.
Okay.
It's fine.
That's the first
All
one.
good. We
Yeah.
got it
all
out
good,
the
it's
way.
all
We got
good.
it out the way.
Got it out the way. I'm good.
Yeah.
While we're getting back to that point, can I read a very important
Yes.
donation?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we have $10,000 from Fangamer. And they say, hey everybody, Fangamer here. We've been watching from home all week and we're hyped to see these final runs. Today might be the last day of SGDQ, but it's not over yet. You still have time to pick up an awesome souvenir from the Fangamer SGDQ 2022 merch collection. Until the end of the event, 100% of the profit sales of GDQ merch supports MSF with donations like this one. Thank you to everyone who has already made a purchase. You can check out the full lineup at fangamer.com/GDQ. Thank you so much, Fangamer.
Yeah, thank you.
Amazing. Nice.
Nice.
So even that, as you saw, you know where the first death took place. That's a super difficult part as well. Like it doesn't look like it happened so fast, but he has to take the damage
Right.
and use those invincibility frames to quickly run, jump, and instant morph. And that's how he got through that little, hole in the ceiling. So there's
We
a
can,
lot of little stuff like that.
Probably read a few donations. This is kind of like a maze part. It's quite boring, so.
Good thing we have donations then. We have $100 from Amusa Steelhorn who says, excited to see you execute and crush Kaizo. Good luck. We also have $250 from Fanston, who says, good luck, Oats, on Kaizo Super Metroid Run. Let's go! Also, let's get that Super Mario 64 120-star run. And we're still making progress on that. We have less than $50,000 to go. That's $10,000 more than when I checked last time. Please, please, please keep those donations coming in. We also have $50 from the Thunder NG, who says, Kaizo Super Metroid. I'll be donating $5 for each death, but you got this, Oats. Time to execute.
Gonna be breaking your bank. All right, so pretty difficult part coming up. Some crumble block jumps.
Yeah, so these jumps here, you see him disappearing. As soon as he lands, he has roughly like 5 frames, I don't know, 1/12 of a second to get that jump off. If he doesn't, he just falls and breaks. But he got through it, so
Nice.
look at this guy go. So,
Why he's a legend.
yeah, I mean, the thing is, Oats is really good. So he's gonna make a lot of this stuff look easy.
Yeah.
Even though Charles and I, Charles has a similar time to him in actual any percent, Super Metroid. But if we were to hop on here and take over, we'd be here for like the next 5 weeks. No,
Oh, yeah.
I don't even think I'm exaggerating. Like you have to really learn it and figure it out.
So Oats is just shooting there because there's an enemy there. He wanted to just get rid of it before he starts moving through.
Yep. I think pretty sure all those are one-hit KO, of course.
Yeah.
This is one of the hardest parts in the early game here.
Again, these spikes are really tricky with their hitboxes. They're definitely deceiving. Nice.
All right.
Wow,
got it.
nice, man. Oats told me yesterday, he's like, I am guaranteed to die here at this part, but he got through first try, so that's pretty awesome.
And now we got this cool grapple trick, by the way.
I also have a donation that was specifically requested to be read when the grappling beam was acquired. We have $100 from Freight Train, who says, hey Oats, now that you brought Kaizo to the big event, you finally have an excuse to stop making excuses and execute.
All right, fine. Yeah. Trying my best.
I do have to say, the execution has been fantastic. I am holding my breath for all of this. Crowd, what about you?
So these guys, one-hit kill. They take 16 shots. I just kind of need to avoid them. They will not hit me as long as I'm in morph. And would one of the commentators like to explain this coming up here? These grapple blocks?
Sure. So basically, he's going to be pushing himself up with this grapple to try to kind of clip in and through these, blocks.
Nice.
And he's getting it so fast I can't even talk about it.
Yeah,
But yeah.
More though. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Nice, man. So he has to hit the grapple jump very rhythmically and kind of fast and keep pushing himself up through the blocks. Eventually you kind of just zip through. Again, I wouldn't know how to really do it if I were to try, but
Yeah. One thing that I think that's important to also state is that these are vanilla physics. It's not like this ROM hack is providing
Right.
some secret move set or additional capabilities.
right.
All right, so this is the first heated area coming up.
The first heck run.
Yeah. So he'll be taking constant damage in this area.
So it's basically a time trial. He has to get through here quick and kill all the enemies and get all the drops.
Right.
Okay.
Nice.
We'll be doing some farming here just to get our health back up.
Yeah, so you can read a donation if you'd like.
Oh, I would love to read a donation. We have $100 from Eric, who says, let's go Oats. And we have $250 from Grand Soul, who says, let's go Oats, with 15 exclamation marks, maybe 20, who knows?
Nice. Well, thank you. I will go. This is probably one of the more difficult hell rooms at the start of the run. It's the second. A very finicky movement with grapple and everything. So we'll see how many deaths. Almost.
got this. As you can see, grapple beam, as well as making them swing through the level, also kills some of these enemies in one hit. They can use the grapple beam again to pick up the drops. So he'll be like utilizing that throughout these heck runs.
Ooh.
Oh my.
Keku, you want to explain what that was?
Oh.
You can have a little
close.
trick there if you frame perfect pause, but luckily the save's right here. It's fairly quick.
Yeah, so if his health gets down to 0, he can pause, and as the pause is fading out, Samus actually stops taking damage. So he can like try to squeeze in some farms while that's going on.
Little
Nice.
trick here if one of you would like to explain. We're not quite done yet, but close.
I'm kind of afraid to talk.
Feel free.
Yeah, basically, so he'll have to, so he refills there, gets the full, and he pauses right as he's suctioning onto that, energy refill.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
if he does it correctly at the right time, then he can run away and the refill will come later, and it skips the animation of actually sucking onto that thing, which he has to do for
It is
a lot of these
mandatory
heck
at some point in the run.
runs. Mandatory to do these that trick for a lot of the heck runs. Like, where
Another
he's just
heated
doing
room here
damage.
to get a very important item.
Right, and I guess, right, so you get the immediate health refill by attaching to the energy station, but then also it's sort of like a delayed energy refill.
Right.
That happens later.
Right, 'cause he needs the time to pull off the next one, so he does the first guy.
Right, and here, this is the same technique again. Nice.
Ooh, nice.
Nice.
Okay.
1 HP on that.
And so for people who are learning to speedrun Super Metroid, you see a lot of damage boosts. You'll hear frequently about damage boosts, but there's actually many different kinds of damage boosts. Depending on the enemy you hit or the particle, for example, there's different timings on those damage boosts.
Right.
And he was doing particle damage boosts in that room, which are notoriously difficult.
Yeah. Oh, so you want to do donations here, or?
Yeah, basically real quick too with these spikes. They're a little bit deceiving like Emmett was saying earlier. They're basically just rectangles. You have to treat them as such. They're not, triangles like they appear. So you have to kind of swing pretty wide with most of these things. So, yeah, but we can read a couple donations.
Yeah, those are rectangles for sure.
Yeah.
That's awesome because we have a couple of big ones here. We have $1,000 from
nice.
Cheesy Bob.
Wow.
And they say Super Mario 64 incentive isn't met yet. Let's fix that. And it's not, but it's getting closer. We're now about $44,000 away from that one, so we can definitely meet that pretty soon. We also have $1,500 from Nega Hyphen, who says, Oats is one of my absolute favorite runners I first saw at GDQ several years back. He's been a fantastic representative of the Metroid community and speedrunning as a whole. Good luck and trust that muscle memory.
Thank you.
Let's go, Oats.
Kind of just navigating out of here with some pretty tight movement. Have to kill all of these Novas, and this will unlock the door for later on. Since we're backtracking here, you can definitely read a few more.
Wonderful. We have $100 from Shiny Zenny,
Oh,
Thank you, Zenny.
Let's go,
What's up,
Zenny.
Zenny?
who says, Oats, so excited to see you run this brutally punishing game for GDQ. I wish I could be there on the couch again, but I'll have to cheer from home this time. Try to avoid most of the spikes and show us all how it's done.
Thank you, Zenny.
We also have $800 from Wiza, who says, Oats, it's been awesome watching you prep for this run over the last couple months. I know you'll execute in your usual awesome fashion. Good luck. P.S. Don't forget to scan the save room.
Thank you.
We also have $64 from Jason, who says, simply have to see Simply take on Mario 64. So here's a bonus $64 towards that bonus incentive. Please keep those donations coming in. We want to meet that as soon as possible to get more marathon to happen.
So one thing you'll notice about this game is there is going to be quite a bit of backtracking. It's kind of, it forces you to grab some items and then basically just figure out how to get back with the item you just achieved or you just grabbed, and rinse and repeat a few times with some tricky new strats. And but yeah, we'll be seeing a lot of new areas shortly. So
Right. It is Kaizo, but it is also still a Metroidvania. So it does have those. Yeah, it has that nature.
Yeah, so we'd be getting lost like every 2 minutes.
Yeah.
We'd put us in there.
So I'm gonna save real quick here because this next spot, I kind of need to do the same thing as I came in with the crumble block jumps. If I fall and I don't get them, you can kind of get stuck underneath the crumble blocks and instantly die, and I'd hate to lose all that progress. So
Always good to save, brother.
Nice Ripper skip.
Oh,
like I said, good thing
Okay.
I saved. You know, I blame Charles for talk. I told them they could talk whenever they want. So
Yeah, so we're waiting for the hard parts, and then we'll start
Yeah.
talking about random stuff. Like there's cilantro, coriander, and yeah, all that kind of stuff.
yeah, that'll be a heated discussion. All right, donations are fine.
Oh, good, because we have plenty of them. We have $1,000 from the Domain of Awesome,
Wow, thank you.
domain of awesome. Nice.
who says Super Metroid is always the highlight of GDQ for me. Good luck, Oats, and let's go!
Thank you.
And we have a special $20 from Oatsngoats family, who say, hey Oatsngoats, your family here. We're so proud you're back at GDQ raising money for a wonderful cause. We're all here cheering you on with our dogs Amber, Candace, and Springy. Well, Springy is mostly chewing on socks, but we know he's cheering in between. Good luck.
Thank you.
And we have another $1,000. What is with these $1,000 donations coming in?
Nice.
This one from user, it came from user space. Oh, there is a comment. Good luck, Oats. That seems to be a very common theme. Can we, as an audience, on the count of 3, get a good luck, Oats? 1, 2, 3. Good luck, Oats.
Thank you. I feel better now that I died a few times. I was holding my breath through most of that. It's pretty tricky. So
Oh, I can stop holding my breath.
yeah, my heart's
All right.
slowing down a little bit.
Yeah.
Basically, just navigating back. There's one room to where we kind of need to use some bomb jumps to get to the top of a room, and hopefully I can nail a pretty cool strat.
Just waiting for this block to spawn so we kind of can clip through it. And it pushes them up.
Yeah,
a bit.
there is a way you can go around underneath, like the same way I went in. But same thing here, I have to avoid these. Their hitboxes are deceivingly, they are not exactly what you're looking at.
These pirates, their hitboxes extend way up.
Everything's a giant rectangle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You see the pirate, but it's really a giant rectangle.
Ooh, that was super close.
Close. Get my hair cut. One thing about this as well, when we were talking about door checks, I don't know if you mentioned, but a lot of times I need to let go of the D-pad entirely, or else my hitbox will be extending backwards and I'll be dying in a lot of these random spots. So I just need to keep that in mind with spikes to basically just release the D-pad.
Right. Yeah, it's a massive added layer of difficulty that you can't visually really see, like what he's having to do with the inputs.
One trick with double bomb jumps is you just do the Lore Norfair theme. Dun, 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 dun. So there you go, you're a master now. Yeah, almost.
Okay.
At least I opened the door. I was trying to shoot, remorph, bomb like I did the first time. Unfortunately, I didn't shoot. So
Still good though. He doesn't have to open the door again. He'll be able
Yeah.
to
Right. It does remain
build a
open.
bomb right in there.
donations are fine. I just need to get back up here.
Yeah, I don't know what your community had for breakfast this morning, but we have an $11,111 donation from Yalites,
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah,
Thank
like
you. Yeah, light.
who says, go Oats.
Thank you. Very, very generous community member. Thank you, Yellight.
Thank you. And we're less than $30,000 away from our bonus game. Make sure you keep putting your donations toward that incentive. We are just inches from making that happen. It's almost here.
Oats, you missed some items, bro.
Oh, yeah, there's E-Tank up there. Why aren't you grabbing it? Like I explained earlier, I know there's probably going to be people asking, oh, there's E-Tanks, grab the E-Tanks. Those are definitely just there to bait you, and they're just spikes, generally.
Yeah.
So they'll just kill you. It's a very cruel game, kind of like Kaizo Mario when there's blocks everywhere, and then you want to whip your console across the room. Yeah, kind of the similar fashion. So we're going to be navigating down to Speed Booster. I just need to avoid most of these enemies in this room. There's some very fast enemies. These crabs I need to visit again shortly and destroy everything in that room on the way back up so I can unlock the door.
Yeah, those crabs don't move that fast normally.
Right.
They're
They're
zipping.
speedy.
Yeah.
You can get a donation in.
Wonderful. We have $100 from Glorious Cow, who says, good luck to my two favorite things, oats and goats.
Thank you for the luck. Oats are a wonderful way to start your day. So just a little bit of navigating here. I need to watch out for these things. One hit and you're dead. I need to kind of be careful here. If I hit my head, I need to try this again. I think we're good. Okay, so just avoid those spikes.
Good.
This is probably one of the harder tricks at the start. I need to instantly press down for this mock ball. If someone wants to try to explain it, it's pretty quick.
Yeah, so Keku and I were talking about this before. He had to do a very, just get
Oh
the
my
first try.
goodness, okay.
All right, showing off
got
a little bit.
So the way that works is I need to do a short hop mock ball. And mock balling is when you preserve Samus's run speed in ball form. I need to press down right away so that basically collapses or decreases Samus's hitbox, or else I'll be hitting my head on those spikes right away. And that allows me to then quickly press, down, down, forward, basically just mock ball inputs.
There's a really cool trick I like here coming up.
Yeah.
Nice.
Get a go back up so he gets enough fall speed, K-go through the enemy, and then use the invincibility frames there to get through all the rest.
Right.
If I don't jump high enough there and K go right at the last moment before it's going off screen, I will die because there's just enough iframes if you do it high enough.
Yeah.
And speed booster, so start speeding around a little bit.
There we go.
So basically now I just need to escape, kind of the same concept. At this time, it's a little bit trickier because I can't take any hits on the way out. So with that being said, donations are fine and we'll see how I do.
Wonderful. We have $25 from Bover, who says, more GDQ? Yes, please. Let's finish off that Mario 64 incentive. And we have $2,000 from Cautious Potato, who
Thank
says,
Nice.
Super Mario 64, let's go. And we're inching ever closer, less than $26,000 to go on that one. Thank you so much for all the support. We also have $10 from Sammy Woof, who says, how about we start a $10 good luck oats train? Choo choo. I'll be on board for that.
I'm gonna need it, thank you.
Would you like a few more?
Sure.
We also just have, a casual $1,000 anonymous donation. And the comment is, good luck oats.
Nice red tower. That's way harder than it looks, of
Yeah.
course.
Okay, so I didn't get a little bit of a trick there to where if I can skip the gap, I can take one hit, but usually you don't skip the gap, and now I can't take any hits whatsoever. So I have to do the same trick. It's a little bit harder with Speed Booster, the mock ball coming up, so hopefully I can get it.
Nice. Just a nice, relaxing Kaizo run. Yeah. I turned this on at the end of the night to settle down.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
Got it. Nice.
All right, we're pretty much home free, so
Nice.
So
kind of sad I didn't die there. It's, where it's like, oh, it's so easy, but yeah, it's pretty difficult.
that mock ball is incredibly difficult.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
he has literal pixels to move around in. So all the, button presses are super tight there. And it's slightly different because he had speed booster, so it's actually like different than when he did it earlier.
Yeah, slightly different mechanics because of the way Speed Booster works without high jump.
Yeah.
It's very weird, actually, technically. I'm just basically going back up. We're gonna navigate back to kind of where we got bombs. So not too many tricks along the way, so feel free to keep reading donations.
Absolutely. We have $200 from Crocomire Hot Springs, who says, just wanted to say a huge thank you to GDQ and chat for an amazing week. Let's keep those donations coming in. Good luck, Oats. Hi, Emmett and Charles.
Thank you, Crocomire.
What's up, Croc? Thank you.
We also have $75 from Imperial Ace, who says, good luck, Oats.
Thank
A
you.
lot of people are wishing you good luck. I really hope it comes through.
I'm taking it personally.
We also have $25 from Kenny B, who says, been waiting with my only dono all week to support Oats running Kaizo. Good luck on the run and execute. We also have $100 from Oshino, who says, the excitement to see at GDQ is unreal. You're an actual madman for submitting this.
Yeah.
I've been watching Oats for a long time and have been itching to see this run all week. Some amazing commentators on the couch as well. I'll be donating $2 per death. Get after it, Oats. Good luck. Execute.
Thank you. So yeah, I just need to kill everything in this room. Basically Speed Booster. If I don't use that, I need to shoot them many times. It's very long, so I just use Speed Booster to kill the top 2 enemies there. And then the crabs, I just need to kind of listen to some audio cues to know where they're at in the room, because they just travel counterclockwise.
And that pirate flying around has some pretty erratic movement, actually. If you get into his zone, and he'll start swooping around and stuff.
Yeah, sometimes he goes a little crazy.
Yeah. So you kind of have to take that one a little slow. And that speed boost tech he did, I think, is somewhat recent. I was there when you were learning it not too long ago.
Yeah, I've been doing it, but yeah. Luckily, the creator of this made a nice little tunnel, so you don't have to suffer going through this room every single time. Because there is a bit of backtracking, like I said, kind of get items and rinse and repeat, and good luck. Have to mock ball again. If you don't mock ball on the very right side of that platform, it won't work. All right, and donations are fun.
Yes, we're getting so many donations. This is wonderful. We have $64 from Just Marbles, who says, good luck, Oatly.
Thank you.
We also have $64 from Rem, who says, we're loving all the speedruns here from Norway.
Ooh.
Not everyone appreciates how hard this Kaizo Super Metroid is. Keep breaking those games, and here's to the Super Mario 64 120-star speedrun. Less than 23,000 to go now for that one, so we're definitely making good progress, but keep it coming. Do you have time for more?
Yep.
Awesome. We have $150 from Koi Wolf, who says Oatsngoats has one of the most chill streams on Twitch. Can't wait to see him destroy Kaizo SM on the GDQ stage. Good luck on the run, Oats, and thanks again to everyone making GDQ happen.
Thank you.
Just talking about Oatsngoats stream?
Yeah, wait, I have a kill stream? Everyone's pretty nice.
No, just kidding. Oats' stream is amazing. So check him out.
Thanks for covering for me.
I got you, bro.
It's a little trick here to where we don't have to do that room quite as oddly. We have to normally mock ball underneath the gate. I think we missed this because that's good. That's a strat right there. We try to shine spark through the gate room. It saves a little bit of time if you get it first try, but I'm committed now.
Yeah.
No.
And you're
Do
having
one
to
you
do a
want to
short
explain short charging?
Yeah. Charles, you want to do that, or? Because I still can't short charge, man. I'm horrible at it.
Okay.
Okay, I'm gonna go through the room normally. Will you explain short charge? That'd be great.
Sure. Well, yeah. Basically, I guess if you were to play Super Metroid in a vanilla context, you run forward, you hold dash. Eventually, Samus starts glowing blue. You now can press down. You now have a spark charge, and with that spark, you can go horizontal, vertical, diagonal. There's a bunch of stuff you can do with it, but there's sort of a trick there. There's a hidden trick, and that is that the game only checks to see if you're holding dash on very specific frames of the run. And for every frame you hold dash, you are adding to Samus's horizontal run speed. So in other words, if you only press dash on the frames that the game checks to see if you are pressing dash, you then build up the least amount of horizontal run speed. So then you now can get your short charge within a much shorter horizontal distance.
Right.
So it's actually really, I think it's one of the coolest tricks in the game, honestly. Just with how kind of swag it looks, and also it is really cool and fast. So
Yeah.
But yeah, Oats is going for a particularly short charge there. You don't have to be frame perfect with it, but the smaller area you want to get the short charge in, the tighter your inputs need to be.
For sure.
Yeah, it's a really cool trick. There's a lot of really cool speed tech to this game that make it a lot of fun to run.
Yeah.
That's definitely one of the things. You can always optimize pretty much anything.
And short charge is required, right, for this Kaizo run at some points, or?
I believe so.
Okay.
I just gotta say, I see enemies coming out of pipes. That's kind of Mario-y. We're working on the incentive, everyone. Let's keep that momentum coming.
Shout out to Mario Kaizo.
All right, so I just need to get to the top of this room, take care of this guy real quick.
He's having a party up there, man.
Just
Kind
dance
of
it.
need him to do a short hop there so I can get back to the top, and then we're going to be traveling right instead of down like we did the first time. So another 2 donations are fine, probably.
You got it. We have another anonymous $1,000 donation.
Thank you.
And they say, go Oatsngoats. Toads voted the goat of goats. And they say, I'll double my donation if another donation message outdoes my rhymes. It's like we have a bit of a rhyme competition that's going to come in. And we have $100 from Not a Fish, who says, Kaizo Samus is red, just like Mario from Super Mario 64. We're only about 22,000 away from that one now. We're keeping it moving, but we want to meet that as soon as possible.
All right, so coming up, I need to short charge, or we'll just shine spark through here, get my charge speed booster. These things will kill me in one hit, so I need to navigate around here, destroy these blocks to where they will regenerate by the time they come back around, and they will not be able to hit me anymore. I'm going to be doing a trick at the top of this room to where I shoot this bug to delay it so I can mock ball underneath. So, yeah, that's basically it. There wasn't really a setup for that at first. I kind of just hoped that it'd always work when I was doing deathless runs a while ago. But the shot definitely helps. It just delays the enemies. I'm going to do a trick here to maintain my blue suit. Uh-oh, now I have to do a little bit of a backup, aka 6 deaths incoming. Okay,
Nice.
I think we're
That was
safe.
good. That was
You're
pretty
I didn't
There,
get the
yeah.
cool trick, but
Yeah.
we got through.
And actually, that blue suit keep, that's a pretty funky trick too. Like I said, we're so tense. I'm just watching, like holding my breath. But Oats is actually doing a lot of crazy tech. I'm not even covering half of it. He's doing a lot of nutty things.
right,
and
screw
keeping
attack.
that blue.
Want to let everyone know on the tracker, we are less than 20K tomorrow. I'm going to start counting it down. We're really close.
As Keku just said, we just picked up Screw Attack, an item, sadly, I don't get to see in my runs, and I wish I could.
Do you even know where Screw Attack is?
No.
Okay. 42 runner here.
Oh, no.
I'm going to save right after that because there's a weird thing that can happen with Screw Attack just disappearing if you die after you get it. So to avoid that, I'm going to save. That also helps me just go right to a different heated run coming up.
19 to go for Mario. Crowd, feel free to count this down with me. I don't have to make this solo.
Yeah, we got a lot of Super Metroids, so don't worry about interrupting me at all. So feel free. Basically, just going to the top of this room.
Screw Attack does not kill these guys, right?
No. The only thing that kills these are super missiles, which we need to revisit this later on. So.
And as you guys can see, Oats he's still very ill-equipped. Like, he doesn't have charge shot, doesn't have missiles, no supers. Like,
Just to grapple and screw attack and
Right.
bombs.
All right, so this is kind of a difficult hell run here. So
All right.
nice.
all these spikes on the ceiling will end up killing me, so I need to be careful.
Oh,
Okay.
All right.
Oh,
Got through.
nice.
A lot of weird things there that I'm trying to avoid. Like I said, all these stalactites are spikes, and they do extend kind of beyond the actual sprite that you see. So I need to avoid those, and a lot of kind of just weird movement that I have to do to avoid damage.
Stalactite oats or flag?
Stalactite.
Okay.
Okay. You sound pretty sure about that one.
But yeah, like in that, in the hell run earlier, if he messed up any of his movement, didn't grab a ledge well, just a slight missed jump, and it was over. So,
Yeah, you can't miss any ledge
miss
grabs
anything.
or anything in that, or else you'll
Right.
die.
yeah.
And as the crowd said, 18 to go to Mario. The crowd's ahead of me. You guys are rocking this.
All right, now some fun backtracking again. Basically just going to implement a couple new strats since we got high jump and we have speed booster and everything. So donations are fine for a little bit here.
You've got it. We have $100 from Alecrombie, who says, there once was a runner named Oats who hit all the right notes. And hard as it seemed, he swung from a beam, the spikes, the bombs, but no goats. Oh. We also have $500 from Unexpected Pineapple, who says, good luck, Oats.
Thank you.
We also have $250 from Black Rose, who says, good luck, Oats. Super proud to see how far you've come.
It's a lot of luck. I'm a little bit insulted.
We also have $50 from Atomic Chameleon, who says, go Oats! Also, let's go. We're so close to the Super Mario 64 120-star incentive, and that is 17 left to go. We're so close. Let's do this. Would you like more donations?
Yeah,
We
you
have
got a
lot of
couple minutes.
donations. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
We have $250 from Minder, who says, last donation of this year's SGDQ. I appreciate what all of you folks do, both on screen and behind the scenes. Best of luck to the rest of the runners, and here's a little something to help meet that 120 Mario incentive. I had to go back and check and make sure it didn't move on me while I was reading that. We also have $100 from Lali Lule Lo, who says, all right, it's finally Kaizo time. Oats, you've been sending out world records in this game, one right after the other lately. I know you're gonna crush this run. Send it and make the hardest Super Metroid hack look easy.
Try my best. Thank you.
And Oats is making it look easy.
Yeah.
Like I said, Charles, Keku, and I, I'm sure, would make it look very difficult. So, it's doing a great job.
Almost. Yeah.
Close.
it's okay. He got it again.
Come on. Lore Norfair theme. Let's go. Okay. I need to be a little bit careful because if I'm off, these waivers will be underneath me shortly.
16.
There we
Very
go.
good.
Oh,
Nice.
nice, man.
Moving horizontally out of bombs is also way trickier than it looks.
Yeah.
Very weird with the shot because the shot will basically snap you out of a down position. So you have to shoot and then repress down. So you can't really get out of that. It's a lot of button presses.
Yeah.
A couple more.
You've got it. We have $15 from Mr. Winterbottom, who says, roses are red, Metroids are dread. Sometimes I wish my rhymes weren't so bad. Let's go, GDQ.
Same.
We also have $50 from Destin Locke, who says, more bonus games means more SGDQ. We have to get this Super Mario 64 120-star run. I agree. We are getting closer. We can get even closer, though. It's still there. We got 16,000 to go. We have $50 from Spencer MW, who says, to Oats, Emmett, to Charles, and to the community, thank you so much for everything. Your love and support has meant so much to me, and I'm so proud to feel here together with you at GDQ. Thank you for being you.
No, thank you.
That's very sweet.
A little trick here. We had a Shine Spark diagonally to get up to this position. It's not really the intended strat, but it's definitely an easier one. We're going to be trying to get to Charge Beam at the top. Sorry, Traj Beam. keep it, you know. Oops, I have to, unfortunately, refill, so donos are good.
We are $15,000 to go to that bonus incentive, which is super exciting. We're going to make it happen. We have $25 from Void Samus, who says, Oatsngoats is an absolute legend. I first watched him play Impossible Super Metroid during AGDQ, but now seeing him play live at SGDQ is just as awesome as it sounds. Congrats and best of luck, Oats.
Thanks.
Ooh, 13 left to go. Whoa, that jumped. Let's go, everyone. We also have $50 from Fly on the Wall, who says donation goes to Super Mario 64 120. Oh my goodness, I mixed that up, didn't I? Let's try this again. Donation goes to Super Mario 64 120 star bonus game. Let's extend SGDQ out as long as possible and get that 3 mil. We're already past $2.1 million raised for Doctors Without Borders, everyone. Thank you so much, and let's keep it happening.
Nice.
It's awesome.
Also, if I could point out one quick thing about the spark we saw a moment ago before you grabbed Charge Beam. So Shine Sparking in this game consumes Samus's health. And if you saw around the time he grabbed Charge Beam, he had 4 HP. So that meant that he, like, you can't Shine Spark below 29 health. So he had to do the Shine Spark from a very particular height. And if he did not do that, then he would have definitely been dead.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of
I have to
nuance.
Try to stay as high as I can for that. There's a different strat you can do with Grapple Beam, like we saw after getting Grapple, but it's a little bit trickier. Try to make things as easy as possible for this hack. Gonna do a little clip through here, if I can. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, he's out cheating again.
You see a lot of cheating here.
So he's starting to cook up item-wise now. We got Screw Attack, Charge, Charge Beam, and Speed Booster. So
12 left to go for Mario.
Don't touch me.
he can almost fight things.
Almost. Yeah. There's a few water areas in this hack which are a little bit slower, but they're not too bad. There's some fun stuff coming up later.
That's a spooky fish.
Yeah, this fish are scary. All right, nothing too special trick-wise, so a couple more are fine.
You got it. We have $20 from X Marie, who says, Oats, good luck on your run. Thanks for your streams and having an awesome community to hang out with. Now, please execute.
I'll try. Thank you.
I don't know. Do you think we're going to get more good lucks or more executes throughout the course of this run?
Either way, I'm hurt.
Oh, no. Well,
kidding.
here's one that'll cheer up. We have $500 from Anonymous, who just says, have a nice day, smiley face. Thank you so much for that. We also have $120 from Fulmar Exal, who says, here are my 120 stars towards the Mario 64 run. Thanks everyone for the awesome runs. And again, that's only 12,000 away. We're keeping that number moving up, but keep in mind, it only moves if you donate. You have to help us with the speed run to the $300,000. Can you do it? Woo!
All right, some annoying things in this room. This is normally when I'm freaking out on my stream. These crabs on the bottom can only die if they're moving left, and they don't like to move left. So it's kind of a time sink sometimes. You're also playing whack-a-mole with them, and they love to go back into their hole right when you shoot, so it's a little bit annoying.
And you have to clear every enemy in this room, right?
Yes, every enemy has to be cleared. And they have to be moving left. Come on now. There's one.
Okay. Oh.
Come on, you can do it. That one's, I don't trust. Okay, good.
We're going to the carnival after this, man. We got to train you up.
To the left. Come on, to the left. There we got him. Okay. Sometimes I will just be screaming at my TV for a couple minutes. It's very frustrating.
That was pretty quick.
That was very quick,
Actually, it was very quick, yeah.
I just gotta, like I said, clear out the enemies here. And then I'm going to be doing a Shine Spark.
11 left.
Ooh.
Shine Spark to get Ice Beam coming up. No honks this time.
So least menacing looking enemies I've ever seen, and they will literally one-shot you.
Yeah, they're terrifying.
Yeah.
Even in the actual game, they do so much damage.
Yeah.
Are they pancakes?
That's what we call them. Yeah, that's what we call them. They're pancakes now.
Wow. Okay. First try.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah.
very important item, Ice Beam.
Ice beam.
beam.
Nice.
All right, basically just running through some water here, collecting some health, and then we're going to be navigating back through this room with a charge or a speed booster. So a couple of donos are fine until we get to the next area.
You got it. We have 10 left. Let's go, everyone. We have $100 from Princess Peach, who says, look here, Mario. I spent 3 hours baking this cake for you. Do you want it or not? I would like some cake. We also have $25 from Dolphin Chucks, who says, oats and goats, totes, floats, boats, and moats with totes full of coats. Just a quote I wrote.
Wow.
That was challenging that other donor. That was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
We also have a $1,500 donation from
Nice.
Day432, who says, go Oats, question mark? I don't know. I think it
Thank
should be
you.
go Oats, exclamation point. This run is fantastic. Do we have time for a few more?
Sure.
We have $50 from Ozymandia, who says, Fangamer merch? Check. Donation towards MSF and Super Mario 64? Check. Oats and goats? Check. Let's make this record-breaking donation year, GDQ.
I need to do a trick here to where I let the bombs start propelling me to the left before this regenerates, and I barely just got that.
Nice.
We're going to be navigating through some sand here. It's definitely pretty slow, but there's a couple interesting movement tricks that I need to do to make these ledges.
Also, so coming into this room, Oates went through a door vertically, and there was like the kind of a, I don't know, ghastly looking enemy that hit him actually during the door transition. So that's sort of like a cheesy way you can get killed occasionally in this.
Oh, yeah.
You really need your movement to be good in the rooms, because enemies can also kill you on your way out of the room.
If you've ever played Nestroid, Nestroid is 100 times worse. But yeah, it's kind of similar to that, where enemies will just fly through the door at you.
Yeah, someone made me play Nestroid for 8 hours.
That's true.
How'd you like it?
Yeah.
Rate your experience 1 to 10. How'd you like it?
Man, I'm not being put on the spot for that.
All right, fair enough.
But I got destroyed, to say the least.
9.
Oh, all right. So I need to kind of navigate through this room in a certain way. These things will kill me. I need to take them out before they do so. Spring ball here, definitely the best item.
Nice.
Then do the same thing, take them out. And then on the left, this is one of the harder rooms. Very weird movement. So let's see if I get it first try. All right, we're good.
Nice.
Need to farm this guy one more time, and then we're going to be escaping. With that last room,
8.
the last room, there's a lot of weird movement. The sand in this game is very tricky to navigate around. I'll wait for it. I feel unlucky. I don't think I got it.
So he's going for another short charge there, what Charles described earlier.
Yeah.
You'll see Oats going for, a bunch of these in the run.
Yeah, I basically just need to redo this room and get that short charge so I can escape this area.
Yeah.
A couple donos are fine.
You got it. We have $25 from Aqua Magicist, who says 7, who says double your donation if someone outdoes your rhyme. Oatsngoats is the goat of goats and oats. Totes got my vote, and not to bloat what I wrote, but donation trains are so 2020. Let's start some donation boats. Go Oats.
Incredible. Thank you.
These are so fantastic. And we have $50 from Lambo, who says, great gameplay so far, Oats. You are absolutely executing executively.
I don't know about that. I'm messing this up here.
No, you're doing good, man.
And we have $120 from Anonymous, who says, let's go.
I love wasting time, so just don't. It's very odd sometimes with the short charge. Anyone that's starting to learn to speedrun this game will know that you have to relearn short charging a ton. You'll just forget it the next day all of a sudden. And
Yeah.
I think that's what's happening right now. I need to relearn it, so give me a couple hours. Donos are fine.
6. Donos are always fantastic. Let's go. We have $50 from Esports Chad, who says, Oats is one of the kindest and down-to-earth people I've ever met. Good luck on your Kaizo run. And we have $25 from Pesky Freckles, who says, Oats and goats? More like oats and goats. I'm on the edge of my seat over here.
Thank you.
Sorry, you got.
Almost got it. I need to be able. I need to jump through this door, or else it's very difficult to get back on that platform. There's a waterfall pushing Samus downwards. So in order to escape, I need to, basically just jump through the door.
And jumping after doors is really tricky and tight, actually. Like, it's super hard to time.
There
Nice.
you go.
Kind of a tricky thing here. I need to make sure that this is in a good position when I shoot the door. There's an enemy in here. That will kill me if I'm not careful. It is just rotating in there. So if I'm off or if I'm unlucky, it will be in a bad position and probably kill me, end up hitting me. All right, basically here we're just escaping, getting out of the area. This is where we got Speed Booster. And we are now heading back to Norfair to collect Varia. So donos are definitely good here.
Awesome. We have $100 from Rakir, who says, Oats will help float this GDQ boat all the way across the internet moat. Donation inflation across the nations to help give to nations who need it most. He hoots and scoots and moves real fast. Technical skill that's so astute. Kaizo performed with absolute class. Good luck, my dude, and execute.
Wow.
Wow.
Oh.
Nice, Rakir.
Nice.
I gotta outdo everybody. That was beautiful.
People are very creative today. We have $500 from Tyson Runs, who says, Oatsngoats' last Super Metroid Impossible GDQ inspired me to play this game. Will this inspire me to play Kaizo? Let's go. Good luck.
Don't play
What have
this.
you done, Oats?
Just-
What have you done, man?
We also have $64 from 3 Goats in a Trench Coat, who says, Sorry. It actually said goat noises, and that was my best goat noise. I don't know if any of you have a better goat impression than I
That
do.
goat
that was
okay?
better
I
than
think
we
that
could
goat needs medical attention.
Good thing we're supporting Doctors Without Borders. We also have $25 from Senior Takus, who says, I wanted to try Kaizo Super Metroid. I have now concluded I won't.
Good choice.
And 5 to go. We are less than $5,000 away from that Super Mario 64 120-star bonus run.
So we're seeing some of the same, spots that we saw earlier. We've been in this room a couple times now. He is a little more equipped, so we get to use, screw attack to actually kill them instead of freaking out and having to dodge the giant rectangles.
Right. Yeah. Screw attack's pretty nice for most enemies. Doesn't kill everything, but
Like those spiky things you just ran by, right?
the funny part about this is I have done this run so many times, and there's so many back and forths. I'm hoping I'm going the right way. I've done this run 200 times, probably more in the last, how many, I think I'm going the right way. We'll find out.
Charles, you can direct them, right?
Yeah.
I was going to go to one of my VODs and look at the split. I've gotten lost so many times doing runs.
I'm lost right now.
Same. Pretty sure Varia's next. No, I don't want to say. Trying this trick one more time, and once again, relearning short charge.
Sometimes you can see he gets the short charge when he goes for it, because Samus's legs will start doing this kind of flutter.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's like a good visual cue for knowing if you got it or not.
I'm just going to do this the normal, boring way.
Yeah, Oates was saying, but it is funny because sometimes, we've all short charged 1,000 times,
Yeah.
but then occasionally you just, you have a timing drift that occurs where
Yeah.
eventually you leave sort of the window. You drift so much you leave the window in which you can do it.
Yeah.
And it happens to everyone. I definitely include myself.
Happens to me every other day, man.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
I'd be bad at it, by the way.
What's up, Kaku?
All right, just making our way back up. It's a little bit easier with the items that I currently have. A few donos are fine until we get back to Norfair.
Awesome. We have $50 from Terman99 who says, thanks so much for everything you all do, GDQ. I always have a fantastic time watching both AGDQ and SGDQ. You hold a special place in my heart. Let's go 120-star run, which is now less than $3,000 away from being met. That is so close. We also have $100 from Anonymous who says, honestly, just giving an extra $100 for the announcer skilled rhyming. That's not me. This is your donations. I can only read what you put in front of me. So keep donating awesome things and I'll be so happy to keep reading them out for everyone. We also have $200 from Autumn Garnett who says, this week has had me feeling all sorts of emotions, but mostly joy and hope. Here together, let's commit to building a brighter future and to meeting the Mario 64 120-star run incentive.
I'm going to save here. The next area coming up is where I got high jump boots, but we need to progress past that. And I don't have wave beam, which makes this next part after high jump boots very weird. I need to avoid sparks, but also shine spark to kill enemies that are protected by barriers and stuff. So it's kind of weird. This is a little bit easier the second time since I have high jump boots. As I said, high jump boots didn't save me there. Try it again.
And as we said before, you know, these enemies, as we just saw, they're just one-hit KO. So he's on a timetable. He has to hit all his inputs right, and if he gets touched, he's gone. So
Less than $2,000 to the Mario incentive.
Nice.
Right, and he's not doing anything for swag. It's not like he's not like grappling because it looks cool.
right.
It's, yeah,
well,
it
maybe
is-
a little bit. Pause recharge, so he gets the recharge a bit later, skips the animation.
I need to be careful here when I'm doing this. There are spikes on the ceiling in some of these areas. Okay, so normally you'll have wave beam. It'll make this very easy. We do not have wave beam, and this is quite awful. Probably the
Less
worst.
than $1,000 to go.
Oh, 400.
A couple more enemies to go. Nice, got that one. One more, and then we can.
There you go.
And we have done it, everyone! The bonus Super Mario 64 120-star incentive was met! We will be seeing that later today after Mario Maker 2. Thank you so much, everyone, for adding that to the marathon and giving us more GDQ! Woo.
Nice.
That was some cool trick going on. I mean, moving right here.
Oh.
Right over it. Nice.
Oh my.
Very interesting trick I just did. After killing all the enemies, it unlocks a door. I need to get full speed. It has to be full speed. Mock ball, and then I need to use spring ball to go through those rooms. If you don't spring ball at the right time, your position will be way off in the last room, and you'll more than likely not make it. We're almost to Varia here. Just need to kill these. I need to be absolutely at full health, leaving that little tunnel, and I need to also hit Varia on the way up, so I need to kind of cut these ledges in half, or else I can die when I collect it.
And we
Like that.
Oh.
Whew, yeah, that's tricky.
Yeah,
You have
that's
to
tough.
cut the ledge in half. There's a couple things that can happen. If you don't cut the ledge in half, there's enemies that will slowly creep towards you. If I don't have speed boost basically activated like blue suit when I collect it, the enemies will kill me instantly. If I have blue suit activated, the enemies will just die when they hit me. So try that one more time. Donos are fine here. We've already seen this.
Of course, we have $100 from DJ57 who says, this is my first time watching runs for GDQ, and it was wonderful seeing not only the skillful runners, fantastic commentary and hosts, and awesome production, But it was really the wholesome vibes, all for a great cause, that kept me here all week. Keep up the great work. And we have $120 from Indigo, who says, "Go Oats."
Thank you.
This time with no punctuation. I'm curious how many different punctuation marks we can get at the end of that statement. We also have $25 from Toliji, who says, "Rhymes? Roses are red, but so is this suit. Oats, you got this. Good luck and execute."
Thought it was gonna be something about my red splits and speedruns.
And we did get the follow-up $1,000 donation from Anonymous, who says, "Yo, y'all got bars like Mario's got stars. Consider my donation doubled. GG everyone who donated to outdo that and get that extra $1,000 brought in for Doctors Without Borders."
Thank you. Come on
We have
now.
some stubborn enemies at the moment.
So because of my health currently, these are fair stubborn enemies. I need to make sure I kill this Nova at the very top, because I do need to use grapple to farm the 20 HP, or else I will not make it to the next area.
Nice.
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 So we'll
That's good.
try this trick again. Like I said, I need full speed through this door, and I need to spring ball at the right time, or else I will not be able to progress.
And these spring ball jumps are quite tight.
I might have been too far to the right, but we'll see.
Nice.
Nice, man.
Is that? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We're
awesome.
We're clear. In the clear. For now. For the next 2 seconds.
Yeah, I still need to get out here and save with Faria.
Yeah.
Plasma beam once again.
One nuance I'd like to point out too, in that room with the stubborn enemies, Oats was doing a lot of short charges, and then he would stand in place, and usually he would hold angle down or angle up, and that's called like stop on a dime. So kind of a really cool movement technique that I really like in this game, but it's very subtle. Just a tiny thing is that you can press R or L to just immediately stop Samus. And otherwise you'd have like some drift, forward or backward or wherever direction you're going, but I think it's a really cool kind of a way to control Samus very deliberately and specifically.
As we just saw real quick if you grab Varia, he was
Yeah.
doing some cheating clipping just now, like halfway through the floor. But yeah.
Yeah. As you can see, that enemy was flying towards me once I grabbed Varia. That's what will kill you if I do not, like I said, shoot as I'm going up the ledge. Needs to be kind of half on, half off. Varia is basically an E-tank for us. It allows us to take one more hit from enemies. So I can it's a little bit of defense, I suppose.
And also these superheated rooms no longer are quite as scary.
Yeah.
There is something on screen I need everyone to see. In the bottom, the schedule looks like it's been updated. I wasn't sure if that was a glitch, but I on my screen see that we have a new donation incentive. You might remember earlier in the week we got to see a glitchless run of Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. We now have a new bonus incentive to see an any % run of that game. We need to raise $200,000 to make it happen, but we just got 300 for Mario. I think we can get 200 for Pokemon. What do you say, everyone? Ooh.
All right, so basically we got Varia, and that's gonna allow us to navigate through wrecked ship, Meridia kind of stuff coming up. So some backtracking. Luckily, we have more items now to where we can navigate through some of those rooms out of the elevator a little bit easier. Makes this a little bit quicker, so it's not quite as annoying. But since we are backtracking, not too many notable tricks. Donos are totally fine.
You got it. We have $100 from Minty Kiwi Crunch, who says, "How many oats can an oats goat goat if an oats goats could goat oats?"
6.
You are fast with that answer. We also have $250 from Mr. Shaky, who says, "First time watcher and donator. All this talk about execution, shout out to staff for killing it all week, and to all the runners for absolutely destroying it with amazing and entertaining play. Also, crowd hype." And we have $100 from All-in-One Mighty, who says, "So good to see Oats on the main stage again for such a difficult hack of Metroid. Seeing you learn and master it was an incredible journey. Good luck, Oats, and remember to execute. That got both the good luck and the execute in there. That was neat.
Thank you, all in one.
Would you like a few more?
Sure.
We have $50 from Macho Punk, who says, I can't believe it's already Saturday. What an amazing event. Huge props to the tech crew for keeping everything running as smoothly as possible. And we have $200 from Astrophile, who says, thank you for such an amazing event every year for the last 12 years. I loved seeing the energy back at SGDQ. Congrats to MSF and the GDQ community.
Something kind of interesting that Oates just did was he turned off Spring Ball. So in this game, you can actually turn off individual items or pieces of equipment. I guess in terms of a casual playthrough, I don't quite know why someone would do that, but it actually is great for speedrunners because it actually oftentimes plays into our strategies.
Right.
I don't think Dread, you can do that?
No, Dread, you cannot.
Okay, yeah.
But a good example, because he just did this trick right there with the spring ball.
Oh yeah, the pause buffer, right?
Yeah, so that's kind of the first spring ball jump you're going to see. I need to do quite a few of those later on.
Yeah.
It basically just lets you turn off spring ball, jump, turn it back on, and get the jump like you would if you were on the ground.
And of course, the timing's pretty tight on that.
Yeah.
Like it's, a trick you definitely have to grind.
I want to make a note about turning off items. Oath will turn off screw attack at a certain point because if you get iframes from something like a spike, for example, and then you jump with screw attack, your iframes will go away. So he's going to turn off screw attack so that he can keep those iframes.
Right.
I actually didn't know that.
Well, when you only play one category.
Okay.
I'm like looking at him and I'm like, oh, come.
You gave me an actual death stare. I was like, oh no.
Yeah, but that is one interesting thing about this. Screw attack, once you use it again or spin it all with it, your iframes are completely gone. So that can put me in really bad situations later on. Navigating back through here, this is a little bit trickier on the way back through. I have to do kind of a tight spring ball jump here to avoid falling down. It's a P-toy room, shout outs. I missed that, so I'm gonna have to try again and farm if I don't make it through. I can take one hit because I have to go to the right anyways, and there is some farming I can do. Very fun, yeah. I have to do a little bit of a... Okay, we got this. I basically, right before the bomb is about to go off, I go to the left, and the explosion is wide enough to where it still hits me as I'm going down. So I fall a little bit and then pop back up from the explosion. I'm gonna go ahead and save here. I have to, that room with the, you know what they're called? The things that will shoot when they go into the sand.
I hope you're not asking me, man.
I know you don't.
They look like a caterpie, kind of,
Right.
I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Whatever those are called, I have to go back through that room.
Okay.
And it's pretty tricky on the way back through. The timings are very tight, and they are shooting constantly at you, so I need to do it kind of on a timer. So when I see one shoot, I know a couple seconds after that another one is going to shoot, and I need to be able to jump. Another thing about screw attack is it allows you to not take damage as you're spinning. So I'll also try to utilize that if I need to, if I don't properly do the timing here.
Which is also kind of scary because it is pretty easy to break spin in this game. As Charles was talking about with the wall jumps, it being super difficult. And if you break spin, you're kind of doomed. And, if Oates is trying to do a spin jump, which activates a screw attack, and he breaks spin, just instant death.
All right, so I made it through that room. I need to make sure these things do not hit me. And yeah, that's pretty much that. So I made it through there. Quick save. There's nothing particularly hard about this. It's a lot of kind of tricky movement. And then we're going to be seeing Fantoon shortly. I promise I won't die this time. Okay.
I'll be honest, I don't believe you when you say nothing too tricky here. This all looks
No,
terrifying.
this is incredibly easy. Some donos are fine here.
Awesome. I do want to say the Pokemon love has already been coming in strong. We've already raised over $5,000
Wow.
towards that incentive, everyone.
Keep it going.
And that's coming in from people like Sage Griffin, who donates $100 and says, surprise bonus incentive? Yes, please. Can't wait to see even more Pokemon. And we have $100 from Kodiaks, who says, more Pokemon? Sign me up. I'll do anything for more GDQ. And we have a $2,500 donation from Day432, who says, go Oats, semicolon. That's a new one. Have not seen that before, I think, in any donation comments.
Need to do a on more fear to break these speed blocks. I'll try again. You keep blue suit if you do this properly. No, let's see. Emmett, you want to take the controller? I don't think I can.
No, thanks, man. Maybe with Fantoon, I know what's going on with that boss.
There it is.
This is kind of a tricky thing. I cannot fall into these blocks coming up.
Here.
I gotta try this one more time. Luckily, I have spring ball, so I will not fall.
All right, you got this.
Close.
As you can see, it's very time sensitive. Like, he has to execute very well there to get this.
There
There
it
we
is.
go.
Nice.
This is a pretty... I don't know why this is even in this hack. I need to kill this ghost that appears 5 times to open the Fantoon door, so donos are appreciated.
You've got it. We have $100 from Garlic Sauce, who says, this has been an amazing marathon so far. Let's get more donations for Pokemon and more GDQ. Can we get some hype from the audience? And we have $25 from Captain Tempest, who says, a limerick. There once was a runner named Oats. Many Metroids and pirates he smote, helping Samus Aran go as fast as she can and fund Doctors Without Borders antidotes.
Thank you. That's incredible.
Very nice.
We also have $700 from Seek2. You're gonna have to help me finish this one. Here's 100 for each death so far. Will be 100 more for each of the rest. Stop making excuses and
Execute.
great teamwork, everyone, on that one.
Thank you. I'm trying. Fantoon is fairly easy. One thing about this ROM hack, the bosses are the easy part and everything else is the extremely difficult part. Super Metroid Impossible kind of had the opposite, to where there were tough rooms, but generally the bosses on SM Impossible are very, very tricky. This is a little bit more movement based, and basically every room is kind of a puzzle or a very tricky situation you're put in with different tech and stuff like that. Donos are fine. I just need to shoot Fantoon 5 times. It's not too particularly exciting.
Got it. We have $100 from Silver Ryu, who says, more Pokemon, yes. I agree. And we have $100 from Luke, who says, take 2 for Pokemon? It's more likely than you think. Glad to get it in. Been watching all week, and it's about time for me to donate. Thanks to the staff, runners, and let's go MSF. And again, a reminder, we are raising money for Doctors Without Borders, which is a fantastic cause. We've already raised $2,152,160 for charity this event. That's an incredible number. Have you ever even seen $2 million of anything in your life? That's $2 million right there for such a great cause. We also have $100 from Pinku Boss, who says, I love GDQ, with 4 hearts, 4 of them.
Nice.
All right, so Fantoon,
Yeah, cleaned up Fantoon well.
fairly easy, getting my revenge past events. Basically escaping, we're getting a normally pretty boring item that just messes you up in speedruns, but it is crucial in this, as you'll see coming up shortly. It allows us to do some really weird things with Speed Booster. I'll have one of you explain that once we kind of get to this point. A few more donos are fine, and then I need to focus on a couple parts. Okay.
You got it. We have $25 from a stoat enjoying a mode of oats, who says, just finished my morning oats and I'm loving Goats Run so much I can't help but donate a meager mode of goats to help keep this dono boat afloat and promote all the runs we love the most.
My head hurts. Thank you.
We also, or do we have time for more,
Yep,
or
that's
focus
fine.
time?
You're fine. One more.
All right. We have $25 from Mukarik, who says, I look forward to AGDQ and SGDQ every year. Thank you all for the amazing work, including staff, behind-the-scenes crew, tech crew, and all those who we do not get to see. You all make this event awesome and worth watching every time. I love you all, chat is cute, and I hope to be able to make it in person next year.
All right, so this part coming up is very, very difficult without wave beam. I need to do spin jumps, which decrease my hitbox underneath these platforms so I can progress. If I don't get through this room quickly, I might even fail from that there. Oh, he's gone. He's gone. You're not getting me.
So this
we'll
is
try it again.
Yeah, this is very difficult.
Yeah, there's like a way hard version of the previous, hell runs. He really can't mess up an input here. He has no time to work with. Nice, man. Some seriously clutch, use of pause there to save him at the end. That was crazy. Nice.
This is probably one of the harder rooms, just technically. This is when X-ray comes into play. I need to kill all of these in this room, open this door, and then I need to utilize blue suit and X-ray at the same time. I don't know if one of you can kind of explain that as I'm doing it.
I actually don't fully know how it works, but what Oats is trying to do here is you'll see him turn blue, and he has to retain this suit throughout this entire room into the door. It's a sequence of going into morph and crouch, turning around with X-ray, jumping and doing it again, and doing these really precise inputs. He can preserve the suit, and he has to do it for as long as he possibly can to get through that door.
Also, I guess we keep calling this blue suit in this ROM hack. I guess it's
It doesn't look too blue,
orange
honestly.
green camo. But right, in a vanilla, this would be blue.
Oh, hardest part of this trick is at the very bottom of this room. I need to do kind of a blind on morph. That'll help me basically stay crouched, keep blue suit, and I can go through the enemy. So I kind of just need to do it on feel. The camera comes up too quick to where you can't kill the enemy, and you have to somewhat blindly do the on morph.
And when Oates is talking about KOing, that's when we said we hit a directional input as you're going through an object or an enemy. And if he does that, it will look as if he passed right through the enemy. And that's what he's trying to do at the end.
Yep.
And that is the hardest part of this room.
Oh, sorry, only that is the hard part.
Yeah, that's the only hard part of the round, actually.
It's pretty difficult to keep the blue suit here, and that can happen as well. It's kind of a weird sub-pixel thing. The whole trick is fairly hard, but the bottom it's more so just blind. So
Right.
yeah, when I get a first try, it's skill. When I don't get a first try, it's just bad luck.
Yeah, of course. And to show how difficult this is, I think even in Oates' world record, it took a few tries to get this. So
Yeah, I lost 4 minutes, I think, in my run to this. It's pretty awful. Some donos are fine, and we'll see if I can get it here.
God, donations are fine. These donations are fantastic. We have $5 from Prinny, who says, Pokemon bonus game? What is Oatsngoats' favorite Pokemon? Execute.
It's whatever. Oh, that's my Pokemon. I
was
thought
a
you were
good
asking. Oh, never mind.
You're making. What is your favorite Pokemon? We'd love to know.
I don't want to tell you anymore.
Oh, dang.
Okay, we got it. Got the on morph.
Nice.
So that allows me to use the blue suit or green suit, forest green suit, to use Spring Ball through that door to get these super missiles here. Those are speed blocks, so I need to absolutely do that trick in order to get those supers. Going to be getting some more supers here, and I'm going to be doing an X-ray climb on the right door to get some missiles, the first missile pack of the game. I need 100 missiles and 20 supers, 10 power bombs to complete this. It is absolutely mandatory.
he got in a position there as he went through the door, and that allows him to be clipping through the door on this next room. And by turning and using X-ray, it keeps pushing it more up and up.
First try, surprisingly, it's very
That was
weird.
super fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of these X-ray tricks are pretty cool because its use is usually considered to be like a major glitch, so you don't really see it in 100% or the any percent categories. But yeah, it does let you do some pretty cool stuff like that.
I need to do a green gate glitch here.
So he's trying.
Nice,
Oh,
okay, okay,
nice.
second
try. That's really
Boy,
good, actually.
please. You're forced to spring ball through here, or else you will die. This asset does too much damage. You need to clear this room, and then there's kind of a tricky timing room after this.
Another short charge just now.
I need to get a full speed mock ball. There's not too much time. I can't really get it through the door either. All right.
Nice. That was really good.
That room is crazy.
Yeah, that's a crazy room. That's a crazy room.
One thing that can happen in that room is if you get stuck in the acid at all, it's pretty difficult to get yourself out. And screw attack doesn't like to work very well out of the acid sometimes.
Right. And this is the music for the rhythm, right? For the bomb jump.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. Just listen to this and bomb jump, and you're a bomb jump pro in this game. I literally always just hum this theme song when I'm bomb jumping.
I still don't. I need to learn it, actually.
Well, add that to the list of the things you need to learn.
Oh, okay.
I've died 8 times already. Don't worry, I can't stop.
Man, 8 times is really good, actually.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
okay.
is.
Oates was trying to talk himself down a little bit, but only dying 8 times is honestly insane. It's like kind of crazy.
We're doing quite well.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
really good. It's actually.
Better than I thought we'd do. I was quite nervous when this got accepted. Actually shocked. And started to sweat a lot. Donations are fine. We're just going to navigate back to the ship room, and we're going to be going to get spin jump. So
You got it. We've already raised over $11,000 towards that new bonus game incentive. Please, when you're donating, make sure to select that incentive to help us meet that goal. At the bottom of the page, there's the list of the incentives. Not too many left. We're nearing the end of the marathon, so make sure to pick that Pokemon run and help us get to that $200,000. And I will say, even if Oatsngoats won't tell us his favorite Pokemon, the audience is helping us out. We have $212 from Upgraded Gaming, who says, is it too early for Pokemon number donations? Here's $212 for my favorite Pokemon, Scissor. Here's to hoping we get the Pokemon BDSP any percent. And we have $65 from Sarasen, who says, we starting the Poke number Dono train yet? $65 for Alakazam. Are you sure you don't want to tell us your favorite Pokemon?
it's whatever Charles's favorite Pokemon is. It's funny, we have that in common. So, what is it, Charles?
Charizard.
Really? Okay, but that's not
never mind.
Charizard. But unless it's Gen 1 holographic, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Then the best I can do is $5. I actually had a stack from when I was a kid, and I looked specifically for that. Out of all few hundred, couldn't find it.
Yeah.
The hollow Charizard.
Yeah. I had some, but not the pretty hollow ones. More donos are fine.
Absolutely. We have $25 from Casper, who says, here's to Oatsngoats and Doctors Without Borders, 2 causes I'll gladly donate to. Glad to see you finally made it to an in-person GDQ. Way to bring the SM community to the forefront while supporting a great cause. Thank you to the runners, the commentators, and to all the people who make GDQ possible. Now execute.
Thank you.
We also have $250 from Dot, who says, 3 cheers for the GOAT. Can we get those through? Wait, 3 cheers on 3. 1, 2, 3. Goat! Goat! Goat!
I didn't know what we were saying.
Oh, sorry. I did not set us up very well. I'll do better next time. They also say, here's hoping for some great Pokemon gameplay to make GDQ even longer.
Okay, I don't know where these guys are now. Okay. Should be fine. Generally, I'm not supposed to take any hits before this room. I do need almost full HP to do this.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a nice little trick.
Yeah. I think Keku talked about it a little bit, but there was well, we all did, but the spring ball jump there with the pause.
Yep. Generally, the spring ball jump is utilized underwater when you can't really navigate any other way. But we do utilize it in a few other spots. Some more donos are fine.
Absolutely. We have $10 from Rob Noble, who says, there once was a streamer named Oats. At Metroid, he was the GOAT. He stormed through North Fair. He has some nice hair. And that was all he wrote.
Nice.
Thank you.
We also have $50 from Malloy, who says, again, more GDQ and more Pokemon? Yes. I agree, yes, and we are at $12,000 out of that needed $200,000. Please keep those donations coming. Please keep assigning them to this incentive. We want to see more marathon, don't we?
A few more are fine. We're almost there.
All right. We have $50 from Anonymous, who says, what's this? A wild incentive appeared. Let's catch that BDSP any percent. And we have $100 from Maddie Inc., who says, thank you to everyone at GDQ for being so kind and helpful. Thank you to everyone watching on Twitch for donating and bringing the hype. Keep being awesome, y'all.
Oats got that jump that he didn't get last time with this spring ball. It's a little tricky. It's a tight, spring ball jump there.
Okay, I got it
Nice.
that time. That'll make it so I don't have to go back to the right and farm, which can be kind of annoying to do. We're going to be going, instead of right now, we're going left, and that's going to bring us to Dragon. There's a few tricks coming up, but we can sneak in one or two more.
All right, we have $100 from Flyrent, who says, hi Oats, it's your favorite mod Flyrent here. It's so great to see you on the GDQ stage again. Good luck on the run, and don't forget to execute. Memes aside, Oats has fostered one of the most amazing and welcoming communities on Twitch, and I'm so glad to be a part of it. Thank you, Oats and GDQ, for raising money for an amazing cause.
Thank you, Flyer, and I appreciate you.
We also have $100 from Sweetie Pie, who says, thank you to everyone for such a great SGDQ. Y'all are amazing. No, you're amazing. Everyone donating, you're amazing. That's why we've raised over $2 million for charity. It's all thanks to you. Please keep it coming.
Okay, so the one thing that has changed, unless you can do this, you can grapple these things. So I'm going to utilize that in order to get to the very top of this room by doing the grapple jumps like I did earlier. Oh, come on. That almost looked cool, so.
And yeah, like you said, you can't, that's, I think one of the very few things you can't do in the vanilla, version of the game is grapple into these crabs.
Yeah.
But they threw it in so we could get by this.
It's very tricky with spring ball on, but I'm in too deep now. I'm doing it with I have to line up with a texture in the background is what I'm looking for. It's kind of a, that should be it. We'll see. Walk a little bit that way. Close.
So he has to unmorph, I think, before he gets to the peak of his jump, and he has to keep doing that all the way up.
Yeah.
And if he hits the peak, then it kills it, and he falls back down.
Okay, there we go.
Nice.
All right, this is kind of the first really important part when it comes to spring ball jumps. We didn't really need to do it earlier, but here it's pretty much mandatory. So I need to do something called a double spring ball jump, which is a pretty difficult trick in terms of timing. I need to try to buffer all my inputs through the pause and on pause. Okay, we got it.
Nice.
Nice.
First try, that's great.
You need to be very careful through these doors. There's very fast crabs. I need to not take a hit here.
Oh,
Oh, nice. Ooh. About to tell you just to go back the other way, man.
Yeah, you don't want to take any hits there. It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
All right, this is it's just water movement. It's just kind of generally pretty boring, so donuts are appreciated.
Well, I've got something very exciting then. We have a $10,000 donation from the Yeti. And they say, hey y'all, Yeti here. Let's restore peace to the galaxy. Here, equip this $10,000. We've raised a grand total of $120,000 from your orders.
nice.
Your continued support is the reason we're able to help equip MSF the tools to complete their mission. Orb!
Come on, Samus.
Oh, so it's Samus's fault now.
Always is, yeah. Unless I'm doing good, then it's my doing.
All you, baby.
Oh,
There
okay.
we go.
There you go.
Snuck in there. I have to do an X-ray climb here. There is another way around, but it's a very big loop around, so I'm gonna be X-ray climbing. Okay, so we got that.
Nice.
nice.
The hard part about that is if you have morph enabled and you accidentally press down at the wrong time, you can morph and soft lock in one of those tiles. So I probably should have been smart and turned it off, but you know, spice it up a little bit. I made it without getting soft locked. Basically just a series of tunnels here, and we're gonna be making it to Dragon shortly, just in the next 2 rooms. Another 2 donos, and then we're gonna be fighting the boss.
You got it. We have $100 from Ward C, who says, an amazing cause, an amazing week. Let's get some more runs in. And we have $55 from Mr. Magnificent, who says, favorite Pokemon time? Easy. Golduck, which I think sounds like good luck, so it also works for this run. Let's get more GDQ.
All right,
go.
so like I said earlier, the boss fights in this are fairly trivial compared to SM Impossible. So we're just gonna be microwaving Dragon, is what it's called. So when you have Plasma Beam and you have X-Ray, you can do something called the microwave, to where when I shoot and then I use X-Ray, it'll kind of get rid of, I guess, the iframes of the beam, and it'll continuously keep hitting Dragon. There you go.
Nice.
Some more boss vengeance from any percent.
Yeah. All right, then we get Space Jump. So Space Jump is absolutely mandatory to get power bombs, which is terrible. So that'll be a fun experience.
The space jump maze thing coming up is
yeah.
probably the part of the run that makes me the most tense, because I have used space jump, and it's just really hard to use.
Yeah, if one of you wants to
Especially
explain how
outside
Space
water.
Jump works.
Yeah, Charles, you want to do it?
Well, doesn't Keku use it the most with GT Classic? I mean,
Charles and I are looking at space jump like, oh, we don't get that.
Well, in water, you can automatically, infinitely space jump like easily, but like out of the water, it's just you have to wait a little bit before you can start jumping again.
What I'm doing here is I'm trying to grapple like I did with the crab. I need to do it through the door, like pretty much the last frame, and then I can do the grapple jump to the top of this room. So
Nice. And as Keku was saying, and when you're outside water, like the difficulty of the space jump increases like exponentially. It's a lot harder, and if you miss your window, you can't save it. You just lose your space jump altogether, and you have to hit the ground and try again. And he cannot do that later.
yeah, I kind of have to utilize the mechanic of it to where if you hit your head with space jump, it kind of resets it as well. So I need to do a lot of that and just reset it so I know where I'm at, and then it kind of gives me a little bit more lenience. But we still got a little bit before we hit that, luckily. I need to do a crouch jump here, just trying to navigate my way through these tunnels to escape. Need to basically just get up here before the blocks respawn. Nothing too fun. So some donos are fine until I escape here.
You got it. We have $5 from Armadillo64 who says, are there animals in Kaizo Metroid? Well, Pokemon are kind of like animals, so we can still donate to save them. Let's get that run. And we are at over $15,000 out of the $200,000 needed. We can definitely make that happen, but please keep those donations coming in. We also have $250 from Rexillian who says, first time donating and first time watching Kaizo Super Metroid. Really enjoying it. Greetings from Germany. We also have $50 from Anonymous who says, Metroid at GDQ is always phenomenal. Every time I see new tricks to help my gameplay. I'm impressed if your gameplay looks anything like this, Anonymous.
Oats definitely tears it up in other runs. And I think like his expertise and everything else he's done is why he's able to honestly make this look kind of easy, which it's not. I mean, I don't know if it actually looks easy, but it looks easier than it really should.
Yeah.
I saved there because out of this room, we enter the room with the 3 very speedy crabs again. So I absolutely cannot take a hit from those.
Yeah, those crabs are actually horrifying.
Yeah, they're moving fast. So I kind of set up in this room coming up to where I jump to the door, shoot twice, and then angle down. So some nice little setups for some of these rooms. So,
Oof, nice.
no crabs.
Nice.
He tried, but no. This can be a little bit tricky as well. I kind of need to do this quick enough. There's a cycle kind of to where there's a crab going counterclockwise in this room, and there's also a crab in the door. Where I barely missed that. So any slower and I get hit, any faster and I also get hit. So that was just about perfect. Going to do a quick save here because I need to go back through the whatever the heck those enemies are. I need to go through that room again, and I need to collect a missile pack. You need 100 in order to finish this game. There are 105, so we kind of pick and choose which ones we get. This is one that we grab instead of one next to Fantoon, so it's just a little bit quicker. Some donos are fine, probably a couple.
All right, we have $25 from the Scally Swag who says, I'm trying to solve for X. I know it's an angle that's less than 90 degrees. In other words, X acute.
That was good.
We also have $250 from Pylon who says, gotta catch 'em all again. And we have $200 from Castle Joe who just says, Pokemon!
Don't? Okay, well, all right. I didn't ask soon enough. Try again. I need to make it to the top of that room and to the left. And then a few interesting things.
Well, we have plenty of people cheering you on. You have $250 from Nesta who says, I can't look away from this run. It's amazing. You got this, Oats. Let's get that Pokemon run with a heart. And we're making good progress. We're at over $16,000 now out of that $200,000 needed. Please keep marking that incentive as you donate. And I believe we can make this happen. Let's do it.
All right, we'll try this one more time. This room isn't as bad when you have spin. You can kind of spin through the next portion. And like I said, Screw Attack will prevent me from taking any damage to those enemies. These are the annoying ones. Just don't hit me. Don't. Okay. All right.
There you go.
Nice.
I'm gonna go ahead and save here. The next room to the left can sometimes be tricky. I need to navigate through a spike tunnel as I am traveling down, so as I'm descending. So I need to kind of do some on-morph stuff, and it's a little bit finicky with how precise it is. But that's about a minute, so one dono is fine.
All right, we have $10 from Weevil who says, been watching AGDQ several times, first time donating. Also, first time seeing Kaizo Super Metroid. It's wild. Very impressed by Oatsngoats. Greetings from Sweden. Smiley face.
Thank you. So this is the missile pack I was talking about. We opt to get this one instead of one next to Fantoon. We need to escape this room to the top left. So I need to be very careful with this next portion.
Ooh.
All right, we're good. And just like before, we are going to Shine Spark up and get out of here. If I don't mess it up again. All right.
Nice.
All right, well, will we escape this area? Yeah, more donos, keep them coming.
All right, we have $250 from the Space Pirate Science Team, who say, "How do you like our devious little Kaizo bounty hunter?" I don't know, it seems like you're doing great at it. I don't think they're very good at setting up traps if you're building it this cleanly. Can we get another round of applause for just how good Oatsngoats is making this game look?
Thank you.
We also have $100 from Ecolopa, who says, "Thank you for another awesome year of SGDQ. Good luck to all the speedrunners." And we have $100 from Habit, who says, "Volt Orb." And again, we're trying to get this Pokemon bonus game met. That is for Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, any percent, and we're over $17,000 out of our $200,000, so please keep those donations coming in.
A few more is fine.
Absolutely. We have $100 from Bibida Bob, who says, "It's been an absolute joy to watch GDQ as always. I'm forever amazed by the sheer amount of skill on display. Thank you for putting on another great event." And I do want to shout out one team that you don't see, but that's been working hard behind the scenes is the donations team. They are right behind me. Can we get a round of applause for them?
Woo!
And if you're donating, can you donate with Donations Team Heart to let them know just how fantastic they've been doing all week long to process all of the donations that have gotten us this far? It means a lot. Thank you, everyone. Would you like more donations? Because we
Sure.
have more donations. We have $5 from CM5871, who says, "Here's $5 for my favorite Pokemon, 5 Bulbasaurs in a trench coat." We also have $50 from Anonymous, who says, "More Pokemon, more etiquette, more SGDQ." And we have $50 from Mirm89, who says, "Sending love from the Goat Pen. Oats, don't forget to..."
Execute. Thank you.
That was the least enthusiastic execute I've heard in my entire life. But you're nailing it, so clearly you know what you're talking about.
It's about to be more than 10, don't worry. So this is why we need space jump in this room. I'm gonna go to the right and save. But this room is where a lot of my deathless attempts ended. There's spikes above you and below you, and you need to kind of navigate without taking a single hit to the very end. And then at the very end, you need to do a pretty difficult damage boost to get to a tunnel to escape. So hopefully we can do it right away, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Don't touch me, thank you.
Okay.
That's one nice thing about plasma. All right. I am shocked
That's
that we got
amazing.
that first try.
Yeah.
Yeah, the spikes are very unforgiving. A lot of, letting go of D-pad. Don't touch me. Okay. I have done that on Deathless runs. Died to the fish down there. Like we were saying earlier, a lot of weird D-pad stuff you need to do with like represses and yeah. So I'm really happy I got that first try. I'd hate to have death spiraled there. That would have been tricky, but yeah, we got it.
This part stresses me out the most, like easily by far.
Yeah, we're definitely not out of the woods yet. There are very
Oh
difficult.
no, you got a lot more to go.
Very, very difficult things to come. But that's one of kind of the first hurdles to do Deathless.
Yeah.
So.
And you first tried it.
Yeah. So basically, we've already been here. I'm going to be collecting items now. So we need 100, 20, and 10, like I said. So basically just collecting what I can along the way. Donos are pretty good because we've pretty much already seen this. I just need to collect items now at this point through this area.
Oh, we have donations. We have $5 from Confused Old Man who says, "Why does everyone keep saying eggs are cute?" We also have $50 from Salt Posting who says, "I've never heard of Kaizo Super Metroid. This is horrifying. I can't look away. Good luck and thanks showing us a sweet run." And we have $500 from Jeff who says, "Here's a few bucks I found in my couch." Wait, I don't even have a couch. That's not terrifying at all. We also have $100 from Madden who says, "Oats, you absolute mad goat. Thanks for sharing your executive skills with this wild hack. Big shout out to the heroes behind the scenes." Oh yeah, you can cheer for that. You can cheer for everyone back here. We also have $100 from Pharaohsire who says, "Here is my annual $100 for SGQ. We are almost done. It was amazing hearing you all from work and keep on keeping on." We're doing our best, and you know what would help us keep on keeping on more? If we met this Pokemon bonus run. For those of you who missed it, we did see the glitchless run earlier this week. That came in at around 3 hours and 45 minutes, something around there. The 90% run is less than 25. If you want to see how we took an already speedy speed run and cut it down to 1/8 the size in a Pokemon remaster game, you definitely want to get your donations in for that incentive. It is going to be fantastic. If you haven't seen it, you're going to be impressed. If you have seen it, you're going to be impressed again. So keep those donations coming in for that one.
Nice.
Nice.
I was worried that I would soft lock there. If you don't have enough HP, you can get stuck in those speed blocks there. So generally that doesn't happen, but yeah, we made it through.
Yeah, I was wondering when those little pancakes didn't give you health. I didn't know if you're gonna go and farm some more.
Oh,
A little bit of a scam
Nice.
there from
Yeah.
the baby.
Don't die. Okay, well, he died. I need one of these. And I need to... I think I need to reset the room now at this point. The tricky part is I need to freeze this at pretty much its highest point and get the missile at the very top of this room. However, I need to do it quickly because these things will tick your health away very quick. So I need to be careful going about this. So I'm going to try that again and try to see if I can get the proper setup here. Don't do too much, please.
Nice.
nice.
Ah, there we go. Yeah, they're very scary once they start taking your health away.
Also, I know the name of those enemies. It's not Metroids.
Oh yeah, what are they?
Mocktroids.
Mocktroids, there we go,
Right.
yeah.
Not quite Metroids. You know the actual lore behind that?
Oh, Oats, come on, man. He set me up.
Yeah, well, I'll have Emmett explain the lore.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
That'd be cruel.
That being said, obviously I do love the game. and it's all in fun. I speedrun it every single day, and I know very little about it.
It's all good. It's
Yeah.
fun. It's a fun speed run. You don't need
Yeah.
to know about it. Donos are fine.
God, you keep telling me they're fine. I keep
They're
telling
excellent.
you
They're
fantastic.
excellent. That's not what I mean by that. You can read them off.
I love you, everyone who's donating. We have $5 from True Devil Fox, who says, great job on the Power Bomb Spike Run. You got this, Oats. Bring this home now. And audience, I need your help with this one. All you have to do is...
Execute.
Great job, everyone. We also have $10 from Oz Loves Oats and Goats, who says, from Australia, we love you, Oats. Great work, mate.
Thank you. I wish I could say the same, but there's big spiders. So, very big spiders.
Would you like more?
Sure.
We have $100 from Medinok, who says, thanks to all the staff and runners for this amazing event. And we have $50 from Isosnow, who says, donating again to see Etiquette come back and break Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl 2 pieces. It's one of the coolest runs Pokemon has to offer, and we can definitely hit the incentive to see it. Let's go, Twitch chat. And that is over 10% of the way there. We have raised $21,000 out of the needed $200,000 to meet that incentive. Let's keep that hype train rolling.
Wow.
Yep.
All right, just escaping like we did before, and we have to make our way to Norfair and then Lower Norfair, essentially. It's very close. Once we get power bombs, that kind of opens that whole section up. And then we get to do a pretty difficult Ridley fights and then one of the harder sections of the game afterwards. So feel free to read off donations until I get to Norfair, pretty much. There's not really any trick that we haven't seen quite yet, so...
All right, we have $50 from Wandon Silver, who says, let's go, Oats. The doubters are in absolute shambles. Good luck on the rest of the run.
Thank you.
We also have $50 from Explotoaster, who says, there's still time for you to scan the save room, Oats.
I ain't doing it.
Good luck with the rest of the run. We also have $50 here from JD Lowe, who says, nothing but love for the donation team. After all, they work with numbers. And do you know how many numbers there are? There's a lot of them, at least 7. Keep up the excellent work. Well, we need a little bit more than $7 to get to our bonus game, but we are making progress. 21,000 raised. Thank you so much, everyone. We really want to see Etiquette just completely destroy that game. The game really doesn't know what hit it by the time we're done with that one. We also have $50 from 3STEM, who says, my whole family watches SGDQ, and we can't thank you enough for this amazing event. Good luck to all the runners. Are we good for more, or are we back in Norfair?
Yep, it's fine.
Awesome. We have $500 from Sleepy Akari, who says, the amazing work that Games Done Quick, Doctors Without Borders, and of course, all the talented speedrunners have done and continue to do still astounds me. Let's get that Pokemon run in the marathon. And looking at our schedule, that would be coming up after that bonus Super Mario 64 run that we got in. So we do have some time, but that's only a few runs left, and this one doesn't have too much time left. Oatsngoats is kind of crushing it if you haven't noticed, so we're doing great over here.
Yeah, Oats is killing it.
I'd love to keep it under 10 deaths, so wish me luck.
I'll close my eyes.
Thank you. I think we can do it.
Yeah, you got this, man.
A couple more hard sections. Not quite there yet, so feel free.
All right, we have $179 from Anonymous, who says, do Metroids dream of electric sheep? Any opinions from the couch?
Dream of electric sheep?
Do Metroids dream of electric sheep?
I don't know. I don't know where to go on that one.
Yeah,
I'm too busy running away from them and blasting them.
We have $250 from Jonto, who says, well done on an incredible run, Oatsngoats, and thanks for another great marathon, everyone. Heart. And we have $10 from Galactic Government, who says, On behalf of the citizens of the Galactic Republic, we are hereby placing a $10 bounty on Samus. This bounty expires when the Pokemon bonus is met. I don't know about all of you, I'm not chasing down Samus for $10. We also have $50 from Adrian Powers, who says, another year, another amazing GDQ. So great to see everyone together again in person, smashing out amazing runs for a great cause. Thanks all. And again, if you want to see more amazing runs, Pokemon needs a little help. We're at 22,000 now, so we're making progress.
Need to fill up my HP here. We're going to be going to the room where I got Screw Attack initially. I need to go back through there, and there are missiles I need to collect before we go and visit Ridley.
Right, and you have the items now to get that. That's why we're doing the whole backtrack situation.
Yeah. It makes these areas a lot quicker.
Yeah.
Sure. Got to do a little trick here to where I do like a one-tap short charge, and then I will do that. Yeah. Spring ball through the door with blue suit or forest green suit, and make it through those speed blocks. Basically the same concept here. I need to break these blocks with speed, and then I can now kill these enemies, which will unlock a door at the bottom of this room.
Right, and that's the first time we've been able to kill the enemies because you have supers.
Right. All right, a couple more donuts would be good.
Awesome. We have $25 from Desiree, who says, thank you, Oats. Thank you, Couch. Thank you, Charbunny, and all of the hosts. Thank you, donation team. Thank you, Tech. Thank you, organizers, and everyone else behind the scenes. AGDQ and SGDQ are my favorite 2 weeks every year. So, of course, I want this to last as long as possible. Come on, chat. Let's get that Pokemon incentive. Looking at that, we're now at 23,000 out of that 200,000 needed. We're counting it up, but keep those donations coming in. The only way we make this happen is if you keep donating to extend the marathon. And that's definitely what we want to see. We also have $10 from Creative River, who says, thank you for this awesome event. Have been watching GDQ for a couple of years now, and I always enjoy seeing the runners completely destroying the games, whether it's classics or games that I see for the first time. This is kind of a fun mix of both, right? A lot of people are saying it's their first time seeing this one, but it is a classic game.
Super Metroid or the...
Metroid.
Oh, right.
I assume Kaizo isn't a classic.
No, I hope
It
not.
could be, though. It's pretty fantastic.
Kaizo's a pretty cool introduction to Super Metroid. Yeah. It's a pretty wild introduction.
All right, so Ridley is coming up here. I can only take one hit. So I basically need to reserve that one hit for when Ridley is going to
Even
grab
that's
me.
really tough.
Yeah.
What he did by always casually explaining the fight. Like, that is stressful, even though space jump's right there.
All right.
All right, here we go.
All right.
All right, you got this.
You got it.
Okay, we're good.
Okay.
We're good.
Nice. Oh, man.
And our reward is a very colorful suit, the Donatello suit,
Let's go.
as you'll see here. Very colorful.
Would you say that really was harder than your SMI, really?
No. The bosses are a lot more difficult than SMI, like I said. Ridley is a bit difficult because you kind of do need to reserve that one hit for the
Right.
last. Ridley has a tendency to be dead or at 0 HP and still hit you constantly. Okay, so coming up, I'm going to be saving here. And I'm going to, a couple of reasons. It resets this room and the enemies in this room. and I'm probably gonna die. So save here is important. This is one of the harder tricks, and you're gonna be seeing a lot of pausing and utilizing the energy refill trick that we talked about earlier.
Yeah, so this is a very long hell run coming up here.
And this is
Right.
absolutely mandatory as well.
Yeah. No way to avoid this.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
Nice.
All right.
Oh. Oh my god.
You know, it's serious when some of us are like
Yeah. Sorry for
leaning
not
forward.
talking. I was holding my breath. Literally
I think
the
I
entire
breathed
time.
like 3 times total during that entire
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, man.
Great job. Great job.
That is
pretty much
amazing,
that
man.
entire sequence cannot have a single movement mistake.
Yeah,
you can't
right.
slip up whatsoever.
That was amazing, man.
Right, and even obviously hitting a spike would mean it's over, but that your error could be much smaller than that, and it's still over.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
For sure. I mean, the timing on the space jumps as well. It's like
yeah,
it's not very lenient.
Yeah, and that's kind of why that's mandatory, the recharge strat that we're talking about. You cannot do that without the pause method.
Yeah.
All right, gonna be grabbing the last power bomb pack.
No longer taking damage here, so that's nice.
Yeah, it's quite nice.
Kind of a little bit of a cleanup phase going on right now.
yeah. There is kind of an interesting thing that just happened. Even though he has speed booster and gravity suit, he was running in lava, I guess, or acid or whatever it is. But for some reason, the game, if you have speed booster, you can't run in lava.
Right.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So just kind of a weird extra thing. It actually, there was one moment during that sort of crazy acid part too where that was affecting him as well.
Yeah.
A pretty cool trick coming up. I need to kind of keep blue suit, kind of like earlier, so I need to kind of navigate through some tunnels here.
It's almost blue now.
Yeah, it's closer.
Yeah.
All right, we got it.
Nice.
That's pretty sick, actually.
A few more cleanup things here, so donos would be good.
Wonderful. We have $10 from Rain BT who says, this run is giving me anxiety. And no, this doesn't look easy at all. But Oats, you are zooming. Absolutely inspiring.
Thanks, Rain.
Let's go, Rain.
And we have $25 from Slumbo who says, Metroid's dream of plush married.
Oh, that's what they do.
That makes sense. I think that's a reference to a prize we had earlier this week. But if you're interested in prizes, there are a ton that are relevant for this run right now. There is a Samus acrylic standee, a custom repainted Samus Returns amiibo, a Samus helmet string art, and a Super Metroid click pen. A $25 minimum donation would get you in to win all of those. And if you've got $50, that would enter you to win a Metroid E-Tank wooden serving tray, which just sounds like the fanciest way to host any party. So definitely get donations in if you're interested in winning any of those fantastic prizes.
Sorry, buddy. You wanted to live. So right now it's just basically a cleanup phase. So we're going to be going kind of where we got Morph Ball, and we're going to be killing one final boss. So donos would be good.
Wonderful. We have $100 from Anonymous who says, so glad I got to see this run. Was waiting all week for this. Always a pleasure, Oats. And we have $25 from a Perfect Tool who says, heart to the donations team and everyone behind the scenes. Thanks to Charbunny for the hosting duties. Thanks. I've been playing Super Metroid at least once a year since it came out, and it's a fantastic game, but this is the wildest hack I've seen. Let's go, Oats? And that's an interrobang, which is a question mark on top of an exclamation point, which I have never seen in the tracker before. I'm surprised it can handle that. We also have $100 from Renzo Kukin777 who says, this run has had me on edge the whole time, but I can't look away. Oats is a gamer. Very hard to agree on that statement. And we have $25 from Pesty who says, let's get that Pokemon BDSP run. Let's do it indeed. We are now at $28,000 out of that $200,000 needed. That is over 1/8 of the way there. And fun fact, 1/8 is how long the any percent run is compared to the glitchless run we saw earlier this week. So let's keep it coming. You definitely want to see how that magic happens.
Real quick, the first time I ever watched Kaizo and Oats got to that point just now with all the items up top, I couldn't handle the disappointment that you couldn't get those items. I really couldn't.
In the original, you could actually just cheese one of those missiles and keep respawning it. So that was not fun. Definitely fun to collect them all and through the lava maze. You know? Right. Stressful lava maze.
Is that before Leorn fixed it?
I believe so, yeah.
Watch out for the spikes, Oats.
Nothing too fun here. A few more cleanup items. So there's a couple minutes for donos.
All right, we have $100 from Eddie who says, keep crushing it, Oats. You, Keku, Emmett, and Charles are all amazing people, streamers, and Metroid players. I'm super happy to get to see you all up there.
Thank you, Eddie.
Thanks,
Eddie.
Thanks, Eddie.
We also have $50 from Timeless Chronicler who says, watching an amazing Metroid run, donating for a wild Pokemon run. What types do you think Samus is? My guess is Steel Fighting. Ooh, that's a question. What type of Pokemon do you think Samus would be?
Well, right now it's kind of looking like grass poison.
That's true, actually.
We also have $100 from True Geek who says, how could anyone watching not want to keep this event going? I know Twitch chat is way too cute to not help make this Pokemon run happen. Let's go. And that is now at $29,000 out of $200,000. Thank you so much for keeping that number moving forward. We really want to see this run happen. Would you like more? Sorry, I got distracted.
Sure. Yeah. It's you know, just some cleanup. There's no new tricks really. So.
Got it. We have $100 from Anonymous who says, what an amazing marathon. This is my first time catching it live and it's been a blast. Let's get that bonus incentive, Matt. And we have $50 from Garnet who says, you know, if Oats is the one executing, would that mean if he were a Pokemon, he'd be an executor? Good luck to all the runners finishing off SGDQ tonight, and let's get that BDSP any % incentive met. And that's already at 30,000 out of 200,000.
Nice.
This is fantastic. Every time I click back to the tab, I'm loving that it's moving up. Time for a few more?
Sure.
All right, we have $50 from The Dark Drake who says, aloha everyone. Great event as always. Good luck to the last runners of the event. Let's push for that final bonus game. And we have $50 from Anonymous who says, awesome event, love the runs. Thanks to the team for keeping this up and running. It's always a highlight to look forward to.
So this room, you're kind of supposed to do it early, but it's awful. It's probably one of the worst rooms in the game to navigate without the items that I currently have. So we just come back here later since we can kind of route out a different, you know, route around this awful room.
Right. And are these enemies no longer one-shotting you? Is that the case?
Nope, they do not one-shot me. But if I don't have any like suits or anything, I can only take one spike hit, and I can't touch any enemies.
Yeah.
It's awful.
Yeah, sounds.
It would have been entertaining. Maybe die a bunch, but yeah, it's a bad experience.
Saving before Kraid.
There's a reason for that. Kraid's not hard. I'm sorry, Kraid. Now I'm gonna miss this, I bet. Nope, sorry.
Oh, okay, we didn't get in his head.
For 1 second, I actually...
Couple things here. I need to pause to make this room not look terrible. We're not supposed to enter it from this side. And I'm going to do a little bit of a setup here to where I hit a block as I'm running to the right. I need to do a mock ball.
Nice.
Nice.
And then I need to navigate through some tough spikes here. I can take a couple hits, but that's about it.
Ooh. That's pretty cool.
All right, you may recognize this area. This is where I got Speed Booster. There is no background though, which is quite weird.
Is that because of how you left the crate room?
I believe it's because you enter it in an odd fashion.
Yeah.
I don't really know what the developer was going for with that because I don't know if you can even enter it any other way. I'm not sure.
I'm just kind of sad we didn't get to see crate pop off.
Yeah.
I want to see
Yeah.
his full stance.
Basically just finishing up some cleanup here. 2 more missile packs and we are home free.
While you're gathering up those items, we have $2,500 from I'm Cade.
Wow.
And they say, here, recharge your energy and let's keep the marathon going. Thank you so much for that generous donation.
Thank you.
We also have $100 from Maori who says, let's go chat. We can get this BDSP any % run if we all chip in. And that's now at 31,000 out of 200,000. I'm so excited every time that number goes up because I really, really want to see this run, and I know all of you do too. We also have $100 from Rahenna who says, almost there, Oats.
Almost. Thank you.
As you can see, though, it's still hard. Like, we've gotten all the items. He's coming back. He's been here before. But, like, to get that little space jump there, he didn't have to do it. He could have bombed. But doing that space jump there, he had to immediately jump and get into spin and then stop his horizontal momentum, and then so he could just do vertical space jumps. And that's actually pretty tough input-wise. He didn't no space or wiggle room there.
One thing here, I took off screw attack because what we talked about earlier with iframes, to where if I hit my head on those spikes, I can at least try again with the iframes and just scrape my head on the spikes and just get a mock ball quite easily. But luckily we got it even with high jump on, so.
You've been killing that mock ball.
Yeah, I'm surprised. That's not very,
You've actually been destroying it.
Yeah.
And that's the really, really tight mock ball again. Like he said, other mock balls, but that's the one where he has pixels of wiggle room.
I'm surprised that's the thing that I'm nailing, considering I am a little bit more nervous than I have been in past runs because I really didn't expect this run to get in. And it did, and I was instantly nervous. But it's been really fun to showcase this, and it's been a great time. So
Yeah, you're doing
appreciate
fantastic.
Doing awesome, by the way.
Yeah.
Just about there. 2 more missile packs. Nothing really cool with tricks. So some donos, and then we're going to be coming up on G4.
You got it. We have $50 from JB Casper, who says, this whole thing with Mother Brain is a misunderstanding. A gift might help her feel appreciated. Maybe GDQ should get her something nice in pearl and diamond? Seems pretty nice to me. And we have $90 from Gibson, who says $10 for every sigh of relief that Oatsngoats released while doing that health drain section. Don't know for bonus game. And we're now at $32,000 for that bonus game. It keeps going up. We also have $50 from Edboss, who says, more GDQ and more amazing prizes. What could be better? More GDQ, of course. Let's unlock all the runs. Heart donations and all the GDQ staff and runners.
All right, that is the last missile pack, and we can make our way to G4 now.
All right, just a 2-hour Mother Brain fight coming up.
No, I don't want to disappoint, but we can talk about that when we get there. Still another minute before I get the G4 here.
All right. We have $25 from Okami at Heart, who says, thank you, GDQ staff, audience, couch, and Oats. Great run, great cause. We also have $25 from Vess, who says, SGDQ couldn't have come at a better time this year. Y'all are lifesavers in more ways than one. Love everything you do, all the good you put into the world, and I can't wait to see what's next. Love to each and every one of you, including you, cute chat. I think chat's very, very cute today. We also have $50 from Iron Star, who says, greetings from Germany, great show as always.
You didn't want to save in case one of these frogs get you hurt?
They don't do too much damage now. So this is the reason we need 10 power bombs. And it's an awful reason. But we need to use 5 here, and then we'll be using the other 5 in Torian. There is no ammo wasted, not a single bit of ammo. So everything that I've collected so far is absolutely necessary.
Does the run end up being almost 100%?
There are, I believe, 3 items I do not get. Spazer. We don't get Spazer because immediately after Spazer, we would be getting Plasma Beam.
Right.
We don't get Wave Beam, which Wave Beam is kind of a quality of life, and it does really help some segments. But it does take a few minutes to get, so trying to optimize, I kind of just cut that out of the runs. And what else do we not get? We do not get 1 more missile pack. Like I said, we can kind of pick and choose the last missile pack that we get. So that kind of makes the routing a little bit nicer towards the cleanup. Create some interesting ideas. So we're going to be entering Torian here. I really don't want to get touched by the Metroids. They won't kill me instantly, but I definitely don't want to possibly die since I have no E-tanks.
Right. Yeah, still little wiggle room. 99 HP, not a whole lot.
And the 9 looks great. I just want to keep...
Yeah, the 9 does look
Yeah.
great.
I'm going to save because at the end of all of these rooms, there is a mandatory Metroid skip. The Metroid skip needs to be performed without Wave Beam, so I need to basically hit every individual block in order to clear my path.
You'll see him coming up to that later, but if you're unfamiliar with it or familiar with the any percent version, he doesn't have Wave Beam, so he has a lot of obstacles he has to clear first while dodging and jumping over the baby Metroid. And these always drop supers and no health. But the little orange donuts, those drop some health.
Right, that is a change from vanilla Super Metroid.
Yeah.
Yeah, drops here can be notoriously kind of unpredictable and sometimes maddening
Right.
Yeah.
with typical Super Metroid, yeah.
Yeah.
One thing to note, by the way, Oats has to end with 100 missiles and 20 super before he moves on.
Right, that's a good point. Yeah.
Oh, you guys will see why in a bit.
I cannot take any hits here, really. It really makes this next area tight, and I left with 10 less than I should.
Nice.
So here comes the baby skip. Let's hope that we get it first try. Like I said, it's mandatory, and without Wave Beam, it makes it quite difficult.
Spring Ball skip?
If it were possible, I still wouldn't do it, but
Yeah. Nice.
Really good.
so this is why we need every bit of ammo. And as you can see, there's spikes, and if I get grabbed, I only have 1 HP, so I need to be able to take quite a few hits here. And 100 of these. So
This is
We
the part
need-
I was waiting for.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is it. This is why
Yeah.
I'm here. I just want to see this.
Yeah.
exactly, yeah, so it's pretty ridiculous. A 100 red missile door, and that's why, like I said, all the ammo is mandatory. Need to refill, and then we're on our way to the end. Now, I will explain real quick. Mother Brain, there is no fight to Mother Brain. There is a fight that was kind of implemented when I started that would potentially allow us to save animals, and unfortunately, that fight is ridiculously hard and could potentially add so much time to this, and probably close to 100 deaths potentially. So, to make things not awful, we are just going to progress standard like I would in the actual run here.
Oats, if you don't like the animals, just say so.
I hate the animals. Little shine spark.
Yeah. Nice. First try.
That's great.
Yeah.
So the fight here would have been Mother Brain 3 without Rainbow Beam. So Mother Brain just shoots everything at you, and you can't do anything.
Yeah.
So to avoid that awfulness, we are escaping.
I'll never get over how funny that is.
Bye.
See ya.
Pretty standard escape. It's not too bad. As you can see, no timer. Generally, it would be a pretty small amount of time, but that's only if you were to take down Mother Brain, which you're not doing that. I think I probably got it 2 out of 100 times in practice, so it's a little bit of a variance.
The Mother Brain kill?
Yeah, it's awful. So just need to climb our way to the top of this room.
We've seen this room before.
Yep. Been here.
We'll say hi real quick.
Oh,
Goodbye.
Oh, that's
Okay.
goodbye.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Wait, are those the animals?
Well, yeah.
Oh my god.
Are you
to be
kidding me?
crispy.
People have donated jokingly for Taunt the Animals for years. I didn't realize this would be the year it finally happened.
And that's what we just did. We knocked on the door.
Yep, Oats taunts them for free, so.
Absolutely. All right, coming up on time once we hit the ship. And time.
Nice.
Sub 10 deaths.
Sub
Up 10 deaths. I'm pretty happy
Great
about that.
job.
Amazing.
Great job.
Wow.
Awesome. Good job, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I hope you all enjoyed. Thank you for allowing me to do this, GDQ staff. It's one heck of a run. I was a little bit nervous, but I had a great time, and yeah, what a great event. So thank you one more time. Awesome event.